And we're live. You know this hoe's always late. You know this hoe is always a little bit late. Hi. I want to congratulate those of you who harassed Linda Grindle because you got your wish. So I talked to Linda today, and looks like I'm going to be on her show next week after maybe. But yeah, you did it. Congratulations. Congratulations. Let me move this over here so I don't get tangled up later. Congratulations, you did it. So I am now I'm apparently making the rounds. I'm going to be on Linda's show. I'm going to be on Freebird, and I'm going to be on Lori's show as well. So who's ready for some drunk tarot? So if you've never seen this before, we are live on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. All 3 people watch me on Twitch. God bless you. Usually we've been doing these over Zoom over at thirdEyeChampagne.com. I don't know. I like Zoom better. The vibe is better, and they can't take down my lives. YouTube sometimes takes down my lives, which is really annoying. So I moved everything over to Zoom. I think with StreamYard, I can actually save things. So I might go back to using YouTube on the site. Anyway, the point is, we are here. We are going to have a drinky. Really, Kirsten? Well, we're going to have a drink anyway. And this is not about serious stuff. So we're not doing serious stuff. We are not reading on that. Now, listen, I did read on serious stuff today. So if you go to thirdEyeChampagne.com, right on the homepage, there's the new Quick and Dirty. It is up for the public. It is up for everybody. I read on Clarence Thomas because, of course, we got to know what's going on with Clarence Thomas. I read on Paul Manafort, who, if you don't know, Paul Manafort was getting on a plane to Dubai, and they were like, I don't think so, honey. So I read on that. I read on, of course, Putin, Ukraine, COVID globally, COVID in the USA, South Omicron. What else did I read on? Midterms 2022. It's a short one. It's literally quick and dirty. It's not one of my big marathons. But if you want to see anything like, any of that heavy political shit that y'all seem to love so much, go over there and watch that. Don't watch it now because we're here. But anyway, this is part of your free preview. So if you are watching this, this is usually for members exclusively. We have a really good time. We have a really good time doing this. And it's like, I don't typically do this publicly. Like, every once in a while you might get me. But yes, hello, light. I know. My light is twitching. It's not a ghost, just so you know. It's like, Kirsten, your house is going to burn down any second. But anyway, so the theme tonight is Drunk Tarot, Fierce Women. And we are drinking. So I have one. This is a Christmas gift from my sister. And I've never had it before. I think I had it once before. But it's Bollinger Special Cuvée. It's pretty tasty. It's pretty tasty. So the theme is fierce women. I have a couple of fierce women I want to read on. We do alive or dead. They don't. That's why you got booted off of Twitter? Because you name called J.K. Rowling? Listen, she's confused. Speaking of fierce women, she's confused. The Hell and the Devil deep dive. I think I will join that just from that reading. I think I want to do a series on that, you guys. That was so wild. That was so wild. So if you haven't caught it, again, part of the preview month, it was up on YouTube. It is going to go up on the website. It's not up yet. I haven't had a chance to put it up yet. But it is going up. And I have a few Q&Ds and stuff that need to go up on the website as well. So like stuff I did on YouTube that needs to get up there. But yeah, you got to watch that. You have to watch it. So I went in thinking, okay, I'm going to read on hell, but it's going to be like, thought forms of hell or religion's idea of hell. Like I thought it was going to be, not what it was, and then all of a sudden it was like, I start getting these downloads and these visions, and like, it's insane. It's insane. I never. So I think I want to try to do a series on it because the information that was coming through on that deep dive was so profound and I want more. So it seems like you guys are pretty into it too. Okay. First things first, I need to take my slippies off. The slippies have to come off. Wait for some people to jump on here and we'll get into this. So I have a few people and then we'll get into some requests. We'll see what happens. Who was Empress Matilda? Because I don't know. I do not know. We do still have a few spots left for the joint reading with me and Eliza. So yeah, just a couple are left. If you want to grab one, grab one. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I need to say? I'm going to get drunk fast. I mean, I had like, I had a good lunch in preparation for this, but I'm still going to get drunk fast. So the first person I'm actually going to look at, and fierce can also mean problematic. Just FYI, I know we're not looking at J.K. Rowling, although maybe we should. I don't know. Is there interest in that? The first person I'm actually looking at is Lana Del Rey. Rose McGowan, yes, that is true. That's very, very true. Yeah, I want to give you some information. Lana Del Rey has some very strange energy. Very, very strange energy. So what's really interesting, Lana Del Rey, ages ago, right? She was actually, I think this is her real name, Lizzie Grant. I had a lot of her stuff as Lizzie Grant. I thought it was really good stuff. And then Lana Del Rey comes out and I'm like, wait a minute, that sounds like Lizzie. And it is, it's the same person. Oh no, we can do dead women too. We can do anybody. We can do all the women tonight. We're doing all the women tonight. But it's weird because she does come across energetically as two people. And she's made some really stupid comments. Speaking of JK. She's made some, Kim Kardashian, there's another one. Don't get me started on that. But Lana Del Rey has some very bizarre energy. Honestly, it's not super high vibe. I'm just going to be straight. It's not super high vibe. It's sort of spoiled brat energy. There's this, it's weird because again, she's coming across as two people. So I get this really like sort of shy and Calamity Jane. Okay, that is my third Calamity Jane reference in the week. And the funny thing is I just finished doing a Calamity Jane episode for the website. It's going up later. It has to be edited and everything. So it hasn't been edited yet or anything, but I just finished filming it. And it's weird because I did Calamity and then I saw out of nowhere randomly 3 references online and now this. So it's really interesting. But yeah, it's weird. Lana Del Rey has 2. There's 2. It's like I get this like shy, I don't want to say sweet. I think anything sweet about this woman is deceptive. And then she slandered Lana Del Rey and got sued. But yeah, honestly, okay, I'm going to be real. I don't think I would trust this person as far as I could throw her. That's the truth. And I can't throw shit very far. I'm a tiny person. Yeah, no, I have to go with like, if I was like interviewing friends, I'd be like, oh, we have to cut her. It's spoiled brat energy. There is kind of entitlement energy. There's this idea that she's coming through that she doesn't really know who she is. I think that she is so into her persona. Yeah, she doesn't have the best energy. She just doesn't. it's selfish. I know this is terrible. It's selfish. It's but then again, then I get this very like shy, don't bother me, sweet kind of thing. It's weird. It's weird energy. It's like two different people. I also get, it sounds shitty, but there may not be a lot of depth there. Olsen twins, what is the deal there? They have also very secretive energy. I think they get up to, I'm going to say this, I think the Olsen twins get up to a lot of shit that we just are not privy to because they're so goddamn rich that they can hide whatever they want to hide. You know, I think a lot of these, you know, these stars, they can hide when they want to hide. You know what I mean? They can hide. And I think these two hide. I think they hide. And I think that it's difficult to get underneath that. I do. I really do. Cher has death around her, by the way. I don't think Cher is going to die, but there's death around her. I can see it. Are they on drugs, though? Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say they're on drugs. Would I say that they sort of party or have partied? Yeah. There's a reason that the gal that found Heath Ledger called Ashley Olsen. Oh, yeah, because she had given him drugs. Isn't that the story? Or am I having like a whole Mandela effect here? Yeah, no, they got the drug energy. For sure they do. For sure they do. Oh, the white mouse. Oh, that's interesting. Grimes, but didn't she have, the baby was by surrogate, right? They had a surrogate. Grimes and oh, you know, blood emerald piece of shit motherfucker. You heard that too, right? Yeah, because she had given him drugs. So they called somebody. It's, oh God, you know, you gave him, because I think maybe he was taking her prescription drugs. I could be making that part up. But the Olsen twins have a lot of secret energy around them. It's secrecy energy. It's hiding energy. I think those two women have way more power than we ever realize. I really do. I really, 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 really do. Yeah, I think they party. I think the Olsen twins party. And I just like when I bump into them psychically, God, it's fucking weird because Lana Del Rey just comes across like a black hole. It's the weirdest thing. I mean, not fun to read on. It's just, see, I'm getting drunk already. It's so sad. So sad, darlings. It's so sad. I have various very bad British accents that have been coming out lately. Yeah, this is, you know, it's so funny to juxtapose what I read on Tuesday and now we're doing this, you know. They get better the more you drink. Thank you, Bernadette. Everybody has to give Bernadette some love because we've been friends since high school. It's sweetie darling. As a kid, my inner voice was a British man. Yeah, no, I feel it. We love you, Brits. Yeah, the Olsens have very secretive energy, power player energy. I mean, there's power there. I'm telling you, there's effing power there. The other sister, Elizabeth, actually has pretty, I mean, not that the other two have bad vibes, but when I bump into them psychically, I just get like, fuck off, leave me alone. Like, not rude either. Not rude. I don't think these are rude people. I don't think these are snobs. I think they're very insulated and very isolated and they prefer that. Oh, you know who we need to read on? Because I just started watching it. Maybe we should read on Anna Delvey. But I just started watching the Hulu show. Jesus Christ, what's her name? I had one bottle of CBD water yesterday and now I can't remember shit. Frickin' what's her name? Elizabeth Holmes. You feel like the twins are neurotic. I don't know that they're neurotic. To me, it just feels like I have so much money. You know what I mean? Like I've been a child star forever. Leave me alone. Don't get in my business. I want to live my life. I don't want to be on display. Um, yeah, Elizabeth has a little bit better energy. The other two are just kind of like, you know what, just like just Kirsten, fuck off. It wasn't CBD oil, it was CBD water. I get this really great water. It's Canna Nano water from Canna Nano. And why did I drink it last night? I honestly, I think it was just sitting out and I was like, I need to drink this water, and I chugged it, and now my short-term memory is for shit. Happens every time. I feel like every time I see them, they have loads of black eyeshadow and it's kind of scary. Yeah. They can do whatever they want. You miss Lana Del Rey. We kind of skipped over her. I mean, I did it, but I don't know, dude. I don't like her energy. Will they ever do any acting yet? I don't think so. Yeah, no heavy stuff. We're doing all the light stuff here. Fierce women is the theme, so definitely keep throwing your suggestions in the chat. If I like it, I will take it. If I like it, I will take it. Yes, it's very, so who's drinking with me tonight? Who's drinking with me? What are you drinking and where are you drinking it? And I will take all answers. Tori Amos actually has pretty weird energy, to be honest. No, her energy's weird. It's actually very, don't fuck with me. Like, she has super don't fuck with me energy. I didn't get tickets to that show, by the way. But I did go to a show on Saturday. Doom metal. Can you imagine Auntie at a doom metal show? But if you saw the picture on my Instagram, I'm wearing my super fancy, like, Balmain, very expensive, shirt that I like cherish. It's every once in a while I have to buy myself a designer present. Every once in a while, I have money in the kitty. I put the money in the kitty, and when there's enough money in there, I get something fancy. That was one of my fancies. So I didn't know, my friend's boyfriend was playing. He's in a band called True Widow, which I really like. They're really good, shoegaze. I went to the show, and I thought they were headlining, but they weren't. Yob is headlining. I'm not doom metal girl, and it was like, holy shite. Wow. Coffee in Perth, Australia. Do Nancy Wake. Is that the white mouse? Is that the one you were talking about? Marie Laveau. I did Marie Laveau. I want to say it was at a seance. She had a lot to say, and I don't remember anything. Cleopatra is on my list, Colleen. Cleopatra is on my list. Lots of love for Stevie Nicks. Now I have to do it. Do we have a lot? Dorm fountain water. Hey, you know what? You got to do what you got to do. Hello, Jersey. Lizzo has pretty good energy, but there's also a massive scarcity complex there. You guys remember when Marie Laveau showed up at the Halloween seance? And I can't remember. I know I was kind of afraid of her. I still remember Frida Kahlo hated my guts. What about Scientology? David Miscavige's wife, Shelley. Is she still missing? Have you guys seen my Scientology episodes? Because they're very good. Let me just toot my own horn. Is she still missing? It's weird. I think she might be dead. Sipping beer in Scottsdale, Arizona. I love Arizona. I got stranded in Arizona. I was on my way to Kansas City, Missouri in the middle of a snowstorm, and they had to reroute the plane back to Arizona. So I'm there in this enormous vintage fur coat. And it wasn't cold enough for that. But I'm wandering around the airport in this damn coat because it doesn't fit in my, I'm expecting to get off the plane and be freezing. I'm wandering around Phoenix in this damn fur coat. I felt like such an idiot. She was supposed, no, I think she's dead. I get the sense she's dead. I love this. Kristen, I'm a proud auntie and want to shout out my 4 nieces. 2 got accepted to PhD programs and 2 got accepted first-year undergraduate, all to start this fall. Oh, I love it. Oh, a little Pinot Gris. Very nice. Very nice, Kathy. Who created the web of life and consciousness? What is the creation? Dude, I have to do a series on that. And that is not tonight. And that is not while I'm drinking. No, well, I think she was passively killed. I think she's dead. I swear to God, I think she's dead, Shelley Miscavige. I really do, because I'm not getting anything there. I think she's crossed over. Hopefully I'm wrong. Lemonade with a splash of gin in New South Wales, Australia. It is five. It's 5 o'clock. It's 6 o'clock here. You're fine. You're here. You're in California with me. It's fine. I don't know that we ever did do Keanu Reeves. I would definitely do Keanu Reeves, but that's another story. You're on a no alcohol kick. No, I love it. You know what? Do what you gotta do. Be your thing. Be your thing. Good, Kier. That's good. Blame that on the CBD water. I think she died. I think it was a passive death. Like, in other words, yes, she was killed, but nobody like, bludgeoned her. It was more of a, oh yes, she died of natural causes because we didn't feed her for 5 days. She doesn't feel alive to me. Whimsy said tonight she can't feel Putin. Interesting. You heard Keanu is David Geffen's lover. Oh, that's interesting. I've never heard that. I know he was dating the art gallery lady, but I don't know if he still is. Okay, so what am I looking at here? Let's see, who else have we got? I'm just running down the list. We'll see what happens. I look like Gina Davis. Oh, you know what's funny? When I was little, I always wanted to look like Gina Davis. Lightning hit the plane this week. Miley Cyrus band and family on the plane. Oh my God. Alexander Grant, thank you. You think she's a beard? Really? I feel like he doesn't need a beard. I'm not going to psychically out Keanu Reeves. No, I don't think he needs a beard. Diet cranberry juice with ginger ale. Ooh, that actually sounds like a tasty combo. Taylor Swift. I've read on her before. Oh, Bella Hadid is a good one. I've read on Taylor Swift before. I wasn't in love with her energy. I'm still not in love with her energy. No. Once again, if I was interviewing friends, Lana Del Rey and Taylor Swift are at the fucking door. No way. Not happening. Bella Hadid actually gives me very shy energy. Very, very, very shy energy. I also did read on Zayn and Gigi on a celebrity. Yeah. Super shy. Very sweet, actually. She's giving me very shy, very sweet energy. Oh, you mean Judge Jackson? Good old Judge Jackson. You know what? Of course she will be confirmed. I think she's going to end up being a very, actually, really good judge. Really good judge. And so again, I did do a Q&D. So if you want some serious stuff, that is over at thirdeyechampagne.com. Just go to the homepage. It's up for everybody because it's the free preview month. So it's Clarence Thomas and COVID and Putin and Ukraine, all this shit. All that stuff is up there. Yeah, Taylor Swift, I'm not in love with her. Kirsten, you said Kylie Jenner is going to be changing. You can see it starting to happen. Really? I read on her a while ago. Hailey Bieber said she got a brain blood clot from COVID. Oh, that's terrifying. That's really terrifying. She feels okay to me, so I don't know if that is in the past, it's taken care of, but she feels fine to me now. All right, so let's, we need to get some Celtic Tarot, Sheila. Sheila, I am like on a collaboration tear these days. Please email me. I would love to reach out to people, and I just literally don't have the time. Please fucking email me because yeah, that would be awesome. She passed the cloud out. Interesting. I did get some Putin. There's definitely cancer on that guy. I'm thinking there's something's going on. Something's going on with him, but he's not going to die. So just FYI. Same thing, Clarence Thomas. I'll just give you spoiler alert. He's not going to die. Nobody's going to die. I think we need to get some goddamn mediumship going here. That's what I think. We need some. Do you notice we have not talked about one dead person and not one single noise? Now, if you're new here and you've never seen a drunk tarot, when we get into this mediumship, and you know what? Honestly, I hate mediumship. I got very comfortable doing it during drunk tarot because I was drunk and I was like, okay, this is fine. And so this is kind of how it became drunk tarot. I don't even do tarot on drunk tarot anymore. But the noises, when I start reading on dead people, all these noises start up in this house. Everybody, the OGs in here, OGs, raise your hand, let them know in the chat. The noises are absurd. And if you will notice, we have been doing this for what, 30 minutes. No noises coming from the damn kitchen. Nothing, nothing. I didn't read if Thomas was going to leave his seat. I don't think he is, at least not by death. I didn't see him going anywhere by death. But now all this stuff is coming out about the wife. So he might have to resign. I'll read on it next week for you guys. I'm an OG, and yes, the noises can be crazy. Dude, I mean, I'm telling you. So I feel like this is sort of proof that, yes, something is definitely happening when we do mediumship. Because we've been talking about people that are alive, and there have been zero noises. Zero. It's wild. Some of this shit you hear is wild. Yeah, I'll shoot it. So next Q&D I'll do, that's going to be live on YouTube, I think. I don't know what date it is. I don't know. I'm just going to keep drinking. I'm drunk. I barely had any of this, and I'm drunk. And I'm starting to get orbs. Oh, fun. I'm an OG, and remember when you visited your family home and it being super haunted. You know, thank you for bringing that up, Callie. That was Grammy's house, and Bernice, I don't know if Bernice is on here, but Bernice actually captured a screenshot. And it's up there. It's up. I don't know if it's up on the new website yet. I still have so much backlog to put up. But she captured a screenshot where I'm going, Grammy, are you here? Are you here? A face appears on the screen that looks exactly like my grandmother. Terrifying, terrifying, terrifying. The other really paranormal thing, we had a lot of really good paranormal stuff at the Portuguese Hall. But the other thing was Hotel Monte Vista in Arizona. I captured I want to say my very first, like, for real EVP, which is also up there. And it's this completely freaky guttural voice saying, get out. And it's terrifying. It's terrifying. Hi, Kirsten. I just left Linda, Jen, and Lena. Oh, well, welcome, Marie. Does Fergie think our national anthem? I don't know. Oh, Joan Rivers. You know what, Little Sparrow? Let's do it. Let's do some Joan Rivers. Who's watching the Oscars? Does anybody watch the Oscars anymore? I'm obsessed with movies and films, so I will be watching them. I wonder, do you want to know? You want to know my Oscar predictions? Okay. Before I get to Joan, because I'm going to read on Joan fucking Rivers, because why not? I still haven't seen Drive My Car or Licorice Pizza. That's on my list for One tonight, one tomorrow. You stayed at that hotel and didn't get spooked. I will tell you, something grabbed me in the lobby and I heard, we didn't hear anything filming there. But when I went to edit the film, you could hear it. I mean, it's clear as day, clear as day. All this stuff is either about to be on the website or is already up there. So again, there's good stuff there. I think Coda is going to take Best Picture. I do. I really do. I think Coda's going to take Best Picture, but Jane Campion's going to take Best Director. Although I feel like Kenneth Branagh's energy is like kind of sliding underneath. Apparently Will Smith is the favorite to win the Oscar for King Richard. In my personal opinion, I preferred Benedict Cumberbatch's performance. I just thought he was brilliant. Your theory is because I wasn't booked into the hotel. Oh, maybe. I can't remember who else. I think what's her name from West Side Story is going to win too. Yeah, I can't remember who else is nominated, but those are my predictions so far. I cried during Coda like 5 times. Like I cried probably when it wasn't even appropriate to cry. Just crying. I start getting angry when who I think should win doesn't, so I appreciate everyone. Yeah, no, I mean, I love Will Smith. I also love Will Smith. All right, Joan Rivers, let's see what we've got. The first thing I get from Joan Rivers is, I'm resting. The lead actress apparently was not invited from West Side Story, which is really click in the kitchen already. Okay. I'm home alone, by the way, just so you know. There's nobody here. No husband bought. There's nobody here. There's no kids here. She goes, I'm resting. She wants to talk. She wants to talk about Hollywood, and this woman is scathing. Everybody's a hack. Everybody's full of shit. This is what she's telling me. You want to know about Hollywood? Let me tell you about Hollywood. Everyone's a hack. Everyone's full of shit. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter at all. None of it matters, and they think it matters. But who gives a shit? She's like, who gives a shit? Okay, so she does want me to say this, which actually usually never happens, but she's like, please tell my family that I'm okay and I love them. She's saying that. She's fully saying that. But she goes, but listen. She goes, honey, she's telling me I'm not glamorous enough. So I love getting this advice from these fucking dead women. I love it when these whores criticize me. Yeah, she's like, you need to glam it up. She's like, if you're going to make it in this business, you got to be glamorous. You need to glam it up. What are you doing with yourself? Straight up, what are you doing with yourself? She's criticized. Okay, so now this is like fashion police, basically. But she was a close whore. She's like, you're sitting here. She's like, show him your socks. Like she fucking hates my socks. I will show you my socks. I'm wearing my Adidas little ankle socks. And she's like, you're disgusting. She's like, you're never going to make it. She's giving me like full Joan, like she's crossing her legs. She's like sitting, she's giving me this whole vibe where she's like sitting on the couch, crossing her legs. She goes, let me tell you, the men are disgusting. This is great. The men are disgusting. And she goes, and half of them are gay and they won't tell you. Yeah, show him your socks. She fucking hates my socks. I mean, she does have a point. The socks are like so old that they're like the elastics wearing out. Yeah, the men are disgusting. It's all just, they're all hacks. She's saying it's all a numbers game. It's all a money game. You can't make it unless you pay people off. She's saying, so she goes, when I was first starting out, I made it on my own merit. But she goes, but don't think I wasn't making deals. Don't think I wasn't making deals. Right? Don't jinx the foot fetish guy. Foot fetish guy came and left, and I saw it, and it was good. Yeah, she's saying I had to make deals from the get-go, but I made it on my own merit. And she's basically saying, now this is really interesting. She's saying you can't make it on your own merit anymore. It doesn't happen. You have to know people. She says back in the day, there was a sliver of a chance. You could absolutely make it on your own merit. You really, really could. She said that became phased out very, very quickly. Around the 70s, she's telling me everything got very closed off, and it was very difficult. She's saying it's very difficult. It's very difficult for new talent to break in, and that's why you see a lot of legacy talent. She's calling it legacy talent. Yeah, Bobby Kennedy would be great at Fashion Police. Bobby Kennedy fucking hates everything I wear. She says, I had a good time, but I didn't really give a shit about it. I really loved my family. This woman loved her family. She loved her family. That's where the heart is coming from. That's where it's all coming from. She loved her job. She loved what she did. But she's, she goes, it didn't really mean much. Not really. She wanted to have a good time. She wanted to make a good living. She did that. But she is saying it's not a fan of the Kardashians, I'll tell you what. She watched Kim wearing that trash bag on the internet. She's saying also with Kim's Met Gala outfit, if you Google it, she's got her face. Why would she cover her face? She spent too much money on it. Why would you cover it up? Oh, that's good. She spent $30,000 on her face and then covered it with a mask. Fuck, she's funny. Oh, that's good. I mean, she's got a point. I'm laughing. Look, I'm getting red because I'm laughing. She's got a point. She did. She's got a point. She spent $30,000 on her face and then covered it with a mask. That's good. That's good. That's good. And she's saying, she goes, I have no problem with plastic surgery. But she's like, you know what? If you paid for it, show it off. Show it off. She goes, don't you think I look good? And I look good. I look good when I died. I look good. Yeah, you did. You look good. She goes, and my nipples were pointing at the sky. No, I swear to Christ, it's Joan. I'm not that funny. I mean, I'm funny, but I ain't that fucking funny. She goes, okay, this lady wants to chat. She goes, all right, let's talk Kris Jenner. She goes, no, absolutely no shade on Caitlyn Jenner. No shade. But she's like, Kris didn't know. Why is Kris acting like she didn't? Kris knew. She's like, you don't live 20 years with somebody and not know. She knew. She knew before he knew. She knew. She's also telling me, okay. The artist formerly known as Bruce Jenner was apparently very well endowed. I don't know what's going on with that situation. May still be very well endowed, right? I don't know, not my business. But she's like, it was well known this guy had a huge dick. This is what she's telling me. I swear to God. I swear to God. 222. Very nice. Lovely numbers. Well known. Well known. This guy was hung. She's telling me, she says that Kris Jenner is one smart cookie. What, that's the phrasing. She's one smart cookie. She says she's orchestrating everything. She knows how the machine works. She's orchestrating everything. She has way more control. She's saying Kris has way more control over the kids and the money and what's going on than anybody realizes. She says this, I think she's a genius. I think she's a genius. She says it takes a lot of hard work to, Jesus Christ. She says, no, I mean, this is like, it's an insult. It's weird because she goes, it takes a lot of hard work to go from obscurity to the most famous family in the world. Do you know how much work that takes? I mean, it is. There's like, she's throwing shade, but it's also true. Yeah, it takes a lot. She goes, no, you gotta give her propers. It takes a lot of work. She says that's where the real power is. She goes, everybody's crediting the kids. Everybody's crediting the kids. The kids don't know shit. It's the mom. She goes, and honestly, Joan Rivers, I don't know much about Joan Rivers, but I'm getting like super feminist energy from her. Like it's very super, like she's just like fucking fierce, rock on, let's bring up women. But she's definitely saying, Kris doesn't really get her like they want to villainize Kris, but she's really saying that. I mean, it's an insult. It is, because she's saying they went from obscurity to the most famous family, which is true. But also she's insulting them at the same time, which is pretty it's pretty epic. She said they birthed the whole dynasty off a sex tape. They birthed a whole she's like, look at this. They birthed an entire dynasty off Kim sucking dick. I mean, she's kind of like in awe. Like she's like, you know, clapping hands, like, you know, you need to give Kris credit. You need to give her credit because she did that. Nobody else did that. She fucking did that. So it's funny because I think she has contempt for Kris Jenner, but click over here. But also she's kind of like, give her props. Like she did it. There's definitely a theme with Joan Rivers right now. And it is, you know, it's very hard to come up in Hollywood. She's just saying, oh, not a fan of Dakota Johnson. Okay. Wow. But she's showing me like these quote unquote legacy kids. And she's just like, ugh, you know, she goes, get a job, get a real job. You know what she's telling me too? She goes, you know what, Kirsten? And I wasn't afraid to die. I wasn't. She said she knew right before they put her out for the surgery, she knew she was going to pass away. She was like, I wasn't afraid at all. I didn't give a shit. And she's like, you know what? It's great over here. Great over here. Loves her daughter, loves her daughter, loves her family. This woman loves her family, loves her family. Absolutely. Yeah, I think just Kirsten commentary. I think the Kardashian appropriation of Black culture is, I'm going to use the word interesting, which is a nice way of saying sort of fucked. It's so obvious. It's so, I don't know. It's just don't get me started on that. But really, I mean, they're just, Terry, remember to hit the like button, please. Yes, please remember to hit the like button. So if you just logged on, FYI, this is Drunk Tarot. I am Kirsten Langston. This is part of your free preview from thirdeyechampagne.com. So if you like what you're seeing, please, please, please go over there, become a member. Even if you don't join, there's so much free fucking content over there. We don't talk serious shit on Drunk Tarot. The theme tonight is fierce women. So if you have somebody you want me to read on, dead or alive, pop it in the chat. But that's how we do. So this is your preview. Usually this is for members. Chris's mother was pimping her out to golf pros when she was young. No shit. God, you know what, Teresa? I just rewatched the documentary on HBO. I cry every time. I cried before they died. Like, I watched it, I cried, they died, I watched it again, I cried. They're very linked. These two women, and Carrie's come through before. I think it was a Halloween episode that I did. That yeah, interesting. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, you're interesting, aren't you? I actually got Bless Your Hearted when I was in Tennessee. I asked a really stupid question. I was in a store. I asked a really stupid question. The woman tilts her head, looks at me, and goes, "Oh, bless you." And she answers it. And of course, it was an obvious answer. And I was like, this lady thinks I'm a fucking asshole. And she was right. It was a dumb question. Dominique Jackson. Was she the lead in Pose? I fucking love Pose. I fucking love that show. Honestly, I feel like Ryan Murphy can do no wrong. I feel like Ryan Murphy is one of the geniuses of our time. Same with Shonda Rhimes. Shonda is a fucking genius. She's a fucking genius. It still blows my mind. It still blows. I always tell the damn Shonda story because it just blows my mind every time. But I love Sarah Paulson. I predicted that. I said they were going to end the show and turn around and do another show. I predicted that ages ago. Check on Billy Lord. Billy Lord has beautiful energy. If you haven't watched Booksmart, you need to go and watch it. I'm just going to tell you that right now. If you haven't watched it, you need to go and watch it. Every performance is stellar. Olivia Wilde is fabulous. She's a genius. And Billy Lord is in it. And she makes me laugh till I just pee it just a tiny bit. Just a little bit of pee. Not a lot of pee, but just a little. The chat is like, Kirsten, get your pelvic floor checked. Did you really? You stood in line with Our Lady J. Wow. Yeah, Carrie Fisher and Debbie Reynolds totally linked. I mean, their energy is very, very linked. I know Carrie Fisher came through on something. I don't know if she came through if I just read on her. OGs in the chat. I'm feeling very seductive this evening, by the way. My hormones must be up. Click in the kitchen. Okay, beautiful. No, Joan's kind of hanging, but not talking. Update on Britney Spears. The energy's a little. The New Jersey answer to Bless Your Heart is fuck you. I fucking love New Jersey. Oh. Aloha, Eliza. fuck. I miss Hawaii. I miss it. Kimberly, Eliza, you might be our only Hawaiians in the chat. I miss that place. I miss it. So I went and got, I have to refill my glass. I am feeling a little seductive this evening. I went and got, I went to see an osteopath today. The good news for people who want readings from me is he is not covered by my insurance. So I might have to do some few extra readings so I can pay for this fucking guy because he's like $400 an hour. But I got a big adjustment and I got some craniosacral work done. And this man was the whitest of all the white boys I've ever met. God love him. I you know, just like, yeah, like, just, I don't know how else to characterize it. He was just so granola. Anyway, neither here nor there. But he did his residency on Oahu. And so he's telling me about, you know, his background and all of this. And I was just like, I need to go to Hawaii. I miss it. I miss it. I miss it. I miss it. The best vibes. That whole chain of islands has the most beautiful vibes. Vibes I've never felt anywhere else. It's true. Chat's gone fast tonight. Too bad I can't find someone in my insurance network. I know. So get this. So I go to the insurance, horrible insurance. I go to the insurance, I type in osteopath. Apparently there are no osteopaths within 100 miles of me, living in the San Francisco Bay Area where I live, in SF. There's no osteopaths. So I found this guy. I'm like, okay, I'll go see him. But people don't trip on mainland shit. No, dude, the vibe in Hawaii is just, it's just so beautiful. Did I tell you I got mistaken for a hooker in Hawaii? Last time I was there with Megan Davis. If you don't know, Megan Davis a lot of times comes on Drunk Tarot. We were in Oahu. We ended up at a karaoke bar, which apparently was like a front for hookers, which we weren't aware of. And somehow, I don't remember how, but we ended up at a Denny's. We're at the Denny's, and I guess it was like the hooker Denny's. Like, another click in the kitchen. I don't know if you guys can hear him yet. But apparently it was like the hooker Denny's. So we're sitting there, you know, we're having our fucking moons over my hammy, eating our pancakes and shit. We're drunk. I mean, you know, Megan and I can go. And it's like 3 a.m. and these guys come over and start talking to us. And it takes a minute for me to realize, yes, husband bot is asleep back at the condo. It takes a minute for me to realize, like, I looked around and I was kind of like, a lot of scantily clad women in here. I mean, I too was scantily clad. But I look around, the guys are talking, Megan's single, so she's interested. And I was like, I think we have a cross situation. Like, this is not going where we think it's going to go. And sure enough, one of the guys, I don't remember. I put it very plainly, like clearly. I didn't say we're not hookers, but I might as well have said we're not hookers. There was a hooker outside pissing in a bush. Now this is real. There's a hooker outside. I mean, clearly a hooker, like clearly a hooker. She's outside taking a piss in the bush. I'm like, I go, Megan, the guy thinks we're hookers. And she's like, she goes, oh shit. And she goes, I don't know. I mean, maybe he could pay me. I'm like, no, stop, you know, right? So he leaves us when he realizes we are not for sale. And he goes outside and he finds the lady that was peeing in the bush, and they go off together. And it was like, yep, all right. You know, there was a business deal there. Yeah, it was downtown Honolulu. Yes, that's where I was. Yep. It was good. I love Hawaii, man. I love it. I first went with my grandmother. Grammy took us. More clicks in the kitchen. Me and my sister, I was 13. And I remember getting off the plane, and it was when they still gave you Lays when you got off the plane. We got off the plane, and the feel of Hawaii hit me. And the smell, because Hawaii has its own smell. The smell of Hawaii hits me, and I just went, I'm 13 years old, and I just went, like, I was there. I was there for it. I was there for it. So God love you, Hawaii. God love you. Is Joan Rivers still? She's present. She's present. She's laughing at me because she goes, she's just drunk, honey. She goes, you're just drunk, honey. You're just drunk. She goes, is this what we're doing now? We're just getting drunk on camera. Is this what we're doing now? I'm like, yeah, this is basically what we're doing now. She wants you all to know also that she is, she's decked out in some gold. She's wearing a gold dress. She's like, let them know. She's wearing a beautiful gold dress. Did she, people in the chat wanted to know, did she meet up with Johnny Carson? And the answer is no. It's no. She's like different. She goes, different strokes for different folks. He went somewhere else. Like they're not connecting. They're just not connecting just yet. But she's also telling me that time-wise, she's like, I just left. It might be a long time for you. It's not a long time for me. I have inside tea on Santana. And it's not pleasant. And I'm not going to give it to you. Anna Nicole Smith has really fucked up energy. I can do Anna Nicole Smith for sure. She was deflated in that lifetime. She was deflated. She's telling me, Anna Nicole Smith is giving me, like, I didn't know if I was coming or going. Yeah, I have the worst stories about Santana. So sorry. I'm not going to say anything because they're not my stories to tell. But, you know, my husband works in the music business, so I'll leave it there. I know a lot of people in the music business. She was, Anna Nicole Smith, very lost. Small. I don't know why, but she's giving me small. Like she was sort of, like the real her was sort of shrunk inside. Ooh, hello. Y'all must have heard that one. Yes, yo, mister. Actually, somebody else suggested that too on the Annalise possession. Yeah, it's on my list. P.S. Thank you for the segue. The true story of The Exorcist is up on thirdeyechampagne.com. And I appreciate you guys putting up with my constant plugging. That's how I make my living. That's how I feed my family. So that's why I'm constantly plugging that motherfucking website. And for those of you that have joined, I very much appreciate it. And I appreciate you. And the OGs, the newbies, I love y'all. Thank you so much for just giving me a platform. Uh-oh, here comes the mush. My hormones must be high. I'm like, let's be mushy and seductive. But no, I really appreciate it. You've given me a platform. You've given me a business. I wouldn't be here without you. I went up on YouTube in 2017 and thought nobody's going to watch this. And everybody watched it until I got shadow banned. But it gave me a business. It gave me a purpose. You've given me so much. So thank you. For real. Thank you. It's real. We're going to need more booze. This bitch starts crying on camera. We're going to need some more fucking booze. I keep feeling death on the Queen of England, by the way. Oh, we'll get to Cleopatra. I'll get there. Barb, you've been following me since 2017. Yes, I appreciate you guys. I really do. Thank you so much. I really do. You have no idea. And that this is like the stuff that I talk about. You know, when you guys are supporting people, not just me, but other people, you're giving us so much. That's why I try to do as much as I can for free. because I want to give back. You know what I mean? I want to give so much to the people that have given to me, and I want to give you really good content. It's kind of hard because I'm the one-man band, and occasionally I have an editor that helps me every now and then. But and I have an assistant that helps me out every now and then, but none of it's consistent. It's hard for me to pay people, especially with this fucking inflation. But yeah, I try to do the best I can. I want you to know that every day, all day. It's that motherfucking Scorpio shit. I do the best I can for you guys every day, all day. That's the God's honest truth. It's real. So, I had a hater email. You guys want to hear about my hater email yesterday? Does anybody give a shit? If you don't give a shit, I'll just move on. Dang cancer, I want to drink too again, but maybe once a week for a few years. Yeah, I get that, Betty. I get that. Get some of that damn CBD water. No, yeah, Queen Elizabeth, I don't see it. Okay, so I got a hater email yesterday. So, all right, I'll tell you about this. I subtweeted about it yesterday. So every once in a while, Auntie gets awful emails and DMs, and they're really vicious. They're really, really vicious. And I don't know why people want to do this. It's shocking to me because it would never occur to me. The only time I ever write a really shitty message to somebody is if I'm due goods and services and they have not arrived. Like, that's when you get the scorpion sting. If you owe me something and it has not gotten here in a timely manner, I will write you a shitty fucking email. And even then, it's not that shitty. If I have to write a second email, it gets real shitty. But anyway, so Eliza and I, from Moon Pluto Astrology, we're doing joint readings. And I put out an email blast yesterday and said, hey, if you guys want in, they're not cheap. They're expensive. It's $650 for an hour with us. And that's the lowest we could go while still making financial sense for us. Now, for some clients, that's not a lot of money. For most of us, including myself, it's a lot of money. But for some clients, I know it's not. It's a drop in the bucket. We like to do the joint readings. We love to do that for you guys. We have a very good time doing it. We always try to keep the price low. Always, always, always. Do I have Black Moon, Lilith, Square, my ascendant? Actually, I'm pretty sure I do. Anyway, I put out the email blast, and I get this email last night from a professional who put all their professional information in the email, who may or may not be watching this right now. But all the professional information was in the email. I'm thinking, why would you do that, first of all? And it's somebody, according to their profile picture, that's old enough to know better. No reason to respond to it. Anyway, it said, ha 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 ha, the lowest price, ha 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 ha. I'm removing myself from your email list, ha 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 ha. I mean, it was childish. It was ridiculous. And I did not appreciate someone trying to shame me for an attempt to make a living, especially someone that is also, from the profile picture, looks feminine, looks female. And I subtweeted about it last night. I was very upset about it, but I get this. And the thing is, so when I tweeted about it, it's really interesting because whenever anybody's given me horrible stuff, whether it's in my chat or it's in my email or it's in my DMs, it's always been a woman. She has always been white. And this is no shade on white. I'm fucking white. Although people are like Portuguese white, I don't know if you're really white. It's funny. I don't know. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. But it's always been white women. Always. And I don't know why women want to tear other women down. A reading with Rebecca Rosen is $1,300 for 45 minutes. Holy shit. Worth every penny. Fuck. Now I kind of want one. I'm like, really worth every penny? I'll pay that shit. They always have the time. That's true, Deborah. it's always been, and I've tweeted about this. I think that white women, no offense, white women, I love you. I love you. But I feel like a lot of white women have a sense of entitlement. Like, I'm going to take you down a peg. And I'm thinking, yeah, I put this in the tweet, I'm thinking, if that's what they do to me and they look at me and they see me as white, what are they doing to people of color? What are they doing to queer people? Mostly women watch you, not many men. Yeah, it's a lot of women. There's a lot of men, and there's a lot of I love you men, by the way. There's a lot of men that don't talk in the chat. There's some dudes, definitely more women. I think because women are more comfortable with this kind of shit. But yeah, I think it's interesting. Why would you want to tear somebody else down? I don't get it. All right, we're going to refill, and then we're going to talk Cleopatra. Y'all having a good time? Oh, God, cranial sacral did a good job, but holy Lord. He did some shit. This guy was like positioning me like I was just like a giant doll. Like, my head under her leg, under her arm, under her toe. Like it was that. Like he was like, all right, I'm gonna put you over here, put you over here, and put you over here. And now I'm a little bit stiff. Okay, here we go. Ready, go. Can this whore get off the couch? Yes, she can. Here we go. Okay, we're here. Woo, honey. I didn't really need to pour a full glass, but it happened, and here we are. So we're doing it. P.S. By the way, you heard the bottle pop. Oh, I love it. I have noticed, and please do correct me if I'm wrong, but I have noticed that the majority, because I know you guys are just fucking fiends for YouTube psychics. So tell me, I've noticed the majority is white women. If there are any, and it looks like cis het, I don't know. Obviously, we don't know until you know. But if there's any really good psychics out there that are queer, that are people of color, let me know. And they need to be like brought up, or you just think it would be a good collab or whatever. Let me know. Email me. Don't tell me in the chat because I'll fucking forget. But please, please, please email me, KirstenLangstonAuthor@gmail.com, and let me know, because I want to use any amount of privilege I have in any way I can. You having some wine? Freaks of the Industry is a good song, girl. I know this is really gorgeous. Again, Bollinger, not sponsored by them. I really do need to get a champagne sponsor though. Aiden, I think that people with intuitive gifts should be given the same respect as people who are artists or musicians. I can tell it takes a lot. It does. Yes, please. Please. Thank you, Eliza. Please, please, please. Please email me. I don't put it in the chat. I'm not going to remember, and I'm not going to go back and look at this chat. I will be very honest with you. But yeah, please, please, please do let me know. And FYI, I want you guys to know, if you're looking for an honest practitioner who's really good at their job, please go to the website under the collective. There, if you look at the top, Jesus, that was loud. That seemed like it came from the back of the house. Anyway, if you look at the collective and you click it, you'll see find a practitioner at thirdeyechampagne.com. And there's a list of practitioners. Linda G was on it. I had to take her off because she's retiring and she's full. But I added 2 new people. One of those people is Melusina Gomez, and this is in the Q&D. Melusina Gomez, she does limpias. She is here in the San Francisco Bay Area, so you have to live here to see her. She is amazing. I cannot tell you. This woman, I had Olympia in November, and she is fucking brilliant. Fucking brilliant. Reiki Dave is on there. Yes, Eliza is on there. Also, I added, now this is not a psychic, but I've been working with this woman, Angelica Koch, and she, so random, but I found her on TikTok. But I've been working with her for the last few months. She's really brilliant. She's really insightful. She is a life, relationship, and happiness coach. And I know that might seem real woo-woo. Like not woo-woo, but just kind of like stupid, you know, like, oh, I'm a happiness coach. But I'm telling you, this woman is a happiness coach. She's really good. They're both on the website. I just added them. I'm always on the lookout to bring up good talent. Always, always, always. So if you're looking for that, if you're looking for either one of those kinds of services, they are there. Reiki Dave is there. Aliza is on there. I also have one of my favorite astrologers, Nightlight Astrology, Achyuta Bhava, is on there. I had a reading with him, and it was so good. So good. And if you're into like soul karmic relationships, twin flame stuff, Natalie Patchell, she's really brilliant too. So though they are on there, if you're ever looking for a psychic, if you're looking for a reader, and I trust them. These are people I worked with for years. That's kind of my bar, is I have to have worked with you for years, and I have to have measurable results over those years. So, you know, if it just, you know, it's like, I want to give you guys the best. I want to recommend the best. And I want to recommend people that have given me measurable results over time. So, you know, I have had other readings, and some of those people haven't made the cut yet because I just haven't worked with them long enough. So just FYI, just so you know. But yes, if you're ever looking for somebody you can trust, a reader, a good reader, an energy healer, Will the Witch Doctor's on there. I shouldn't call him that. He's just a regular healer, but I give everybody their nicknames, you know, Linda G, Reiki Dave, Will the Witch Doctor. But anyway, that is up there. Somebody should make a spinoff of America's Got Talent, make it Psychic's Got Talent. I would be a good judge. That's real. All right, let's look at Cleopatra. So if you're just joining us, this is Drunk Tarot. It's a preview of what goes up on thirdeyechampagne.com. And yes, if you caught the hell deep dive, that was not a hell deep dive at all. Strawberry Rhubarb, please email me, kirstenlangstonauthor@gmail.com. If someone could pop that in the chat, that would be fabulous. This is Drunk Tarot, and the theme is fierce women. So if you have a woman alive or dead you want me to read on, please put it in the chat. Let's look at Cleopatra. People were emailing me for Cleopatra. People were emailing me like, you guys really want fucking Cleopatra, so let's take a peek. Okay, first of all, she was really stunning. Super gorgeous, very gorgeous. Wow. And I think also like a darker skin tone than people think, because she's coming across to me as very with a darker skin tone than most people would. I mean, obviously Elizabeth Taylor is not fucking Egyptian. Neither was Vivian Leigh, to be fair. She was gorgeous. God, this woman was fucking stunning. Perfect body. This, let me tell you something. She would have been a movie star. She would have been a movie star. She would have been a singer. Like this is it's she's destined to be big. Big. No, she's beautiful. She is, I don't know if you would call it conventional beauty, but she was beautiful. She definitely had darker skin than you would think. She's smart. She got good teeth. This woman had good teeth. I love that this is what comes through. She has great teeth. Very healthy. Very healthy straight teeth. She's already cycled through a couple of lifetimes. That's what it looks like to me. I'm trying to get her. I'm trying to get her. She's gone through a few lifetimes. Another click in my kitchen you probably can't hear yet. I don't think she was famous. I think she came back but wasn't famous. But she does tend to come back as quote unquote royalty. That comes through very clear. Adjacent to royalty, royalty. It's kind of like, not that she prefers it, but it's kind of an entrenched energy where it's like I'm I like the peasant energy is just not with her. Great teeth are attractive. Is she incarnated now? I think she just died, actually. I think she was, and she was, and she passed away. Definitely not here, definitely not present, not like Joan Rivers was present, not at all. She had a child. Do we know this? She had a son. There's a kid here. There's flat out a kid here. Kid had lighter skin than she did. There was a child. She's definitely not present, not forthcoming, not at all. Not in the least bit. So I'm reading sort of blind. She had 3 kids, 4 kids, 3 or 4 kids. Okay, yeah, because I'm seeing specifically a little boy. Little boy. Cute kid. I think this was the kid that looked the most like her. Sort of olive skin, kind of olive skin tone. It makes me wonder. It's weird, but I'm getting all this emphasis on the looks and the skin tone, and I'm like, was there like a caste system of like, if you're lighter you're better, if you're darker you're better? I don't know, but it's showing me like skin tone. She's definitely not here. Not coming either. She's just like there's nothing here. She was very savvy politically. She was very savvy. She was savvy in general. But paranoid. Paranoid. Like people are out to get me, kind of like that, just that usual king queen sort of shit where it's like people are trying to dethrone me, they're trying to get my shit. People are out to get me. Everybody wanted, I'm telling you, she had a hot body. I'm so like Auntie's crushing over here on Cleopatra. She had a hot body. I'm sorry, there's no way to put it. Like she was hot. Very sexual. Would she have wanted Angelina Jolie to play her? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Very sexual, very sensual. It seems like she was like, feels like the first superstar. Do you know what I mean? Like everybody wanted a piece of this lady. Click over there. P.S. Yes, if you want to join thirdeyechampagne.com, here comes the plug. Here it comes, and I appreciate your patience. But if you want to join, next month we are doing a deep dive on Vladimir Putin, and we are doing a drunk tarot on Andy Warhol at all. Andy Warhol at all. Edie, yes, the whole deal. Edie Sedgwick, the whole deal. So that's what's happening next month at thirdeyeshampagne.com. You should. And I really think I'm going to do a series of deep dives on the afterlife. Was she curvy? Yeah, she was curvy, but also look, she had everything in all the right places. Definitely like an hourglass. Definitely like an hourglass figure. Was she a sex temple priestess? No. But I will tell you, this woman fucked with impunity. She did not care. She liked pretty faces. Wow. She liked the hotties. She liked the hotties. She liked the pretty faces. She got away. She was sexual really early on. Like, I'm getting so much sex energy. She was sexual really early on. And like, she's giving me the vibe of like, I can have whatever I want. Like I could get with him. I could get with him. I could get with him. No, absolutely not bisexual. I don't get any sense of bisexuality about her at all. Not gay, not bisexual, no way. It was like straight as an arrow, just fucking straight as an arrow. Is there anything to find in the pyramids? I feel like I need to do a sober reading on that. Is there anything to find in the pyramids? I think that needs a sober reading. Sean Paul, I'm sorry your dad died last year. You should check out, if you haven't checked it out, check out the reading I did on Tuesday. It was legit too. Damn it was wild. Never saw that coming. So yeah, she's like just giving me like vagina vibes. Like she's just there in the kitchen again. I don't know if you guys can hear these yet. They're not that loud, but she's like, yeah, with impunity. Like I will take him and I will take him. And I mean, it wasn't like orgies. It wasn't orgies. No, it wasn't anything like that. But it was just like, I will take all the hotties. I will take all the hotties. I can do whatever I want. There's a level of arrogance here. She is not here. She is not present. She is not speaking to me, not like Joan Rivers. But there's a level of arrogance. There's a level of like, gotta go to South Park. This is my hot body. Like there is a level of that. Like, yeah, you want me. Hell yeah, you want me. So we get to Julius Caesar. I feel like she had kids before this guy ever showed up. Julius Caesar. There is definitely a child, quote unquote, out of wedlock. She was the Beyonce of Egypt. She was bigger than Beyonce, if you can imagine it, which if you haven't seen that Coachella performance, you need to go see it. You need to see it. It was just one of the best things I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, no, did she ever meet aliens? No. I'm getting, no. Her life was political. It was, she was fucking smart too. This lady was smart as shit. Really smart. I also I think she was the product of inbreeding. Like somehow she was like some kind of anomaly. She was the product of inbreeding. Super smart, super sexual. Strategy. She had a lot of strategy. So Julius Caesar comes along and she, of course, the legend is she had herself delivered to him in a rug. She knew how to use what she had to get what she wanted. Never loved Caesar. No. Hell no. No. But you know what? She had a serious, this woman was a rock star. She had a very serious fuck you vibe. If you don't go along with my plans, fuck you. If you don't like what I'm doing, fuck you. It's all over it. All over it. You don't like what I'm doing? Fuck you. Oh, you're my husband and you don't like it? Fuck you. It was just, she did not care. This woman did not care, but she also played the game. So, you know, every once in a while, she would she would give you a straight up fuck you, but mostly she would play the game. Whatever needed to be played. Whatever needed to be played, she would play it. You know, it's funny too because she's giving me like the lifestyle. I think there's something about the energy here where she continues to go for that kind of lifestyle where it's like, you know, I'm not gonna live poor. Um, was she explicit as Gordon Ramsay? Was she a narcissist? No, absolutely not a narcissist. Super smart, definitely self-centered, I would say. Like, look at me, I'm hot shit and I know it. I mean, it's such a vibe here that I wish every person that identifies as female would get on, because that it's like there's a vibe of just, I'm gonna do what I want, I'm fierce as shit, no matter what I look like, I'm fucking gorgeous, and you're gonna love it, and you're gonna fucking love it, you're gonna eat it up with a spoon. She had such a magnetism. Can you guys hear the clicks yet? I mean, I can hear them. I don't know if y'all can hear them. She had an absolute magnetism. And she knew it. She used it to get whatever she wanted. Can you hear this yet? I'm very far away from the kitchen, so you might not be able to hear it. Usually I'm on the other sofa and you can hear it. They think she married her brother, but no official record. I don't know if she married her brother. It's weird because I get the sense that a lot of these royal Egyptians were like, all right, fine, I'll marry the cousin, I'll marry the brother, but I'm fucking this person. You know, like, may or may not be your baby. You heard it. Okay, good. See, I feel like this is proof. We start talking about dead people, the noises start happening. I swear to God. Yeah, did she bathe in milk? I don't know that she bathed in milk, but definitely anything she could do to enhance her looks. Hard for me to see where she's buried. I think it's because I'm looking for remains now and there are none, right? Like, hello, Kirsten, but it's hard for me to get it. So what I'm getting is where she was buried, closer to home, wherever that may be, closer to home than you would think. Closer to home than you would think. She played everybody. She played everybody. No friends. This woman had no friends. She had people she kicked it with. She had no friends. She had no confidants. Shit, something's coming through. I can't figure out what it is, but it's very forceful. Click over there now. Can't figure out who this is. Not Cleopatra. She's also telling me that was not her name. So I guess maybe, is there an Egyptian, Greek, or Roman name? She's telling me that's not her name. I'm getting this very clearly. Not my name, not my name, not my name. How would you say her name? She's yeah, she's not my name. Different name. Something different. There's like is that a translation? Because I'm getting this very clearly, not my name, not my name. That's not what I was called. She used to also schedule a time where she would bathe or swim naked and nobody could be around. Something else with the name. Oh, is that what it was? Thank you, Jennifer. Yeah. She's saying not, that wasn't like, don't call me that. Maybe that's the I don't know, the Anglo version of her name. Cleopatra will love drunk tarot. What I get with Mark Antony is just so much sex. This is all the sex tea. There's so much sex. Like they were just like, and you know what's weird? It's almost like, so you watch the Elizabeth Taylor movie, and that's where she and Burton met, right? He's supposed to be, he was Mark Antony, right? Because I think, what's his name? Rex Harrison was Caesar. But anyway, the point is, it's almost like that energy carried through to the movie, because the energy I get is like these two get together and it's just lust, lust, lust. Like we're screwing everywhere. We're doing it in every position, in every possible way. These two could not get enough of each other. I mean, it was just juicy. They couldn't get enough. They couldn't get, and he was hung, just so you know. And again, you know what? I just have to say this for all of you lurker men watching, especially you straight lurker men, because I know you worry about it. Dick size really doesn't matter. Just so you know. I just want you to know. I'm just going to put it out there because I'm pretty drunk. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. Does not matter. In fact, sometimes if you're too hung, it's horrifying. So, no offense to men that are too hung. I'm digging myself deeper and deeper in as I continue to talk. But the point is, this is like no dick shaming. Like if you have one, it gets hard, we're in. Everybody's in. Everybody's in. Every time I log into Auntie's chats, I learn a historical fact. Yeah, they were, dude, these two were all over each other. They were all over each other. I mean, I'm just like, Jesus. They couldn't get enough. They could not get enough. And it feels like it was Caesar's pride that was wounded. He didn't love her. She didn't love him. They got along okay, but there was always game playing. There was always political shit. I mean, it was a political marriage. She did the best she could. She didn't back down. This lady was, I mean, talk about fierce women. This is probably the first fierce woman I've read on since we started this. She's reincarnated many times. Many times. Yeah, that's what I get from these two. It's just lust. It's just lust. Just overflowing lust. Yeah. And Mark Antony knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing in the sack. I'll just let you know that. This guy knew what he was doing. And just, I mean, I just keep getting sex energy. Just like he turned her on. It was, I mean, and she was very, I kind of want to say picky. She liked a good body. She liked a good face. She had a lot of sex with a lot of people. A lot. And this guy, it was like, it was like the tower card. She tipped over into this thing and she was just like, well, here we go. And he, you know what's funny? I don't know that he actually knew who she was. I don't know that he really knew who she was. I sort of get this, he kind of went with the image. He kind of went with the image rather than getting too deep in there, but she knew. And let me tell you something. This woman could read people. She could look at you and go, you're this, you're this, you're this, you're that. And if you were not worth her time, you were not worth her time. End of story. I didn't give a shit who you were. You could rule the world. But if she decided you were not worth her time, you were done. Very inspiring. Oh, thanks, Marie. No, she was July or August. So what is that, Cancer or Leo? She was July or August for sure. Hear that one? And here we go. Um, she lost control with this guy. I get that. She lost control with him. It was just like it was like a freight train. It was like it couldn't be stopped. I mean, she's just giving me like, I don't give a shit. I don't care if it wrecks everything. I don't care if we ruin kingdoms. That's the one. I don't even know if I would call it love, but it's so strong. It's just like the lust, the sex, the need, the desire was so strong. I know the legend is they committed the S word. Oh, Paul's in the old firm casuals. They haven't done much lately. Casey, Dr. Watson, as he is known, who also frequents Drunk Tarot, who hasn't been here in a minute. He is in a band called Earth Dogs right now. He also sometimes goes out with Cro-Mags. I'm like, is there anybody else? Is there anybody else musically I need to let you know about? So did they commit suicide? Oh shit, I said the S word. Damn it. Cameras don't like it when you do that. YouTube doesn't like that. I get a lot of lust out of those two. I mean, a lot of lust. Just like, it's wild to me. Okay, so honestly, I'm not getting that unalived energy. Try not to use the S word. I'm not getting that from her. I kind of am getting it from him. Marie Henson, for entertainment purposes only. Yes, please. I think she did a lot of morning after pills. Did she use any birth control? It feels like it was a lot morning after pills. You know, it was like, all right, well, I had the sex, drink the drink, and there's no babies. I don't see that energy on her. I do kind of see it on him. But I kind of wonder again, kind of going back to Shelley Miscavige, which yes, if you're just joining us, I did read on earlier this evening. It's sort of passive for him. It's a passive unaliving. So I kind of wonder if he knew somebody was coming to get him, and he had somebody else do it, or he knew they were coming, so he just let it happen. There's definitely a martyr vibe to him, Mark Antony. I don't know that she did it. I don't know that she did. I'm trying to like dig in here. It's difficult, actually. It's not easy because she's not present. She's not here. She's not giving me any info. Let me see. Okay, I'm getting again the lust. They were devoted to each other. I don't know if I would call it love. I don't know that I would, but they were in it to win it. They were devoted to each other. There was a partnership between she and Mark Antony for sure. He knew somebody was coming to kill him, and I kind of wonder if he just stood there and let himself die. You know, like somebody came in and just ran him through, rather than unaliving themselves. This whole story of, you know, the asp, and right, it was an asp, right, and they just, you know, there's my impression. There's my impression of Cleopatra dying. I don't think it's true. I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it at all. Honestly, this is what I'm picking up. Feels like she hid somewhere. They knew it was coming down. They knew it was coming down. I get that clear as a bell. I'm on point right now, y'all. They knew it was coming down. He like maybe he this is speculation and not psychic, but I'm kind of wondering if he kind of took the hit so she could get away. It's a weird love. It was a weird love between them. It wasn't like madly in love. I mean, lust, yes, hands down. But it feels like she hid. She got caught. She was trying to get out. She was trying to get away, and somebody caught her and killed her. Does not feel like suicide. Oh, shit, I did it again. That's because you're drunk. Um, Antony stabbed himself while Cleopatra's method was less. No, no, he didn't stab himself, but it feels like to me like he stood there and let somebody do it. Like he knew it was coming. This man knew he was going to die. I don't believe that he did it himself, but he knew. He knew. I feel this, and I feel it in my gut. Like I'm feeling the pain. I'm feeling the. It was a sword. It was a sword. Somebody came in and he knew it was coming. I see this man. I feel this very viscerally. This man is standing in a doorway. She has run. She has gone. He's trying to get her time to get away, and these people are coming through the door. And it was somebody semi-important that ran him through. I can feel it. I feel it in my gut. I mean, I really feel it. Damn it, I'm too psychic right now. Too psychic and intoxicated and on camera in front of 200 people. It's fine. But he knew it was coming. It wasn't him. He didn't do it himself. Somebody else did it. Somebody else did it. He knew it was coming, and it was somebody that was like I feel like this man should have been murdered by someone that was more important because he was so important, and instead it was kind of like a mid-level manager that came in and like killed him. She was hiding. She died while hiding. She died hiding, and somebody came and got her, and I'm trying to see where they got her. It feels like it's the heart. They found her. She didn't know. This woman did not unalive herself. They found her. They found her hiding. She was supposed to hide until she could get out. She was waiting for nighttime, it looks like. Y'all, I'm feeling this. I'm feeling this hardcore. She was hiding somewhere. And still really stunning, by the way. Just beautiful. Somebody found her. She knew they were coming. She was hiding in like a wall or a crawl space or something. It wasn't like a room. It was something very small, a closet, under a bed, something. It was dark. I feel this so viscerally. She was hiding. It was dark, tiny space, tiny space. Maybe a crawl space. I don't know what this is, but she was hiding. And she thought, oh, fuck. This is actually kind of brutal. She thought she knew Mark Antony was going to die. She knew this guy was going to die. They were together. These two people were together. They formulated a plan. He goes, "You get out, and I'm gonna deal with it." She knew he was going to die. She knew. And when she left him, the scope of his bravery really struck her. Like, this is a brave man. She knew this man gave his life for her. And the kids. But the kids weren't with him. They were alone. I don't know where these kids were. But she knew. And it was almost like the plan was, if I can get away, if I can hide long enough, these people get out of here. I can get out of here. I can escape. And I can find asylum somewhere. That's what I get. I can find asylum somewhere. I can like her drive and her need to keep going was so strong. Her drive to live, to keep going was so strong. And it wasn't for anything. I think, with women especially, she wanted to live for her kids or her lover. No, she just was like, I love life. I need to be alive. I need to be here. But they found her. She didn't think she was going to get found, and they fucking found her, and it was through the heart. It was through the heart, hands down through the heart. This woman was not killed by a fucking snake. I did a bit of Anne Boleyn, but we can't seem to find where it is. I did Anne Boleyn. I thought it was Drunk Tarot Famous Loves, but somebody watched it and said it wasn't that one. So I have to figure out where it is. But I did some Anne Boleyn. I did actually quite a bit of it. He let somebody kill him. I'm telling you, this man knew he was going to die. He let somebody kill him. It was a sacrifice. It was like a sacrificial death. Nefertiti, not as sexual. Like it's so funny because the Cleopatra energy was so, she was just like, I'm fucking everybody. Nefertiti, no. Nefertiti, definitely bisexual. Speaking of sexy time. Nadine goes, do it again, pretty please. Do Anne Boleyn again. We'll check in. Nefertiti was different, composed. That was right fucking behind me. Did y'all hear that one? Did you hear it? I mean, yeah, houses make noises, but shit, that was me. That was me touching my coffee table. You did some of Anne Boleyn in the Tower of London deep dive. Oh, that's right, I did. Thank you, Colleen. Appreciate that. Oh, Anne Boleyn might have been in Elizabeth the First reading. Okay. Shit. Sorry, it's my guitar playing neighbor who's screaming out outside. Skip the shit out of me. She was different. Nefertiti was different. Very much in solitude. I get solitude, composed, kind of like Libra energy. There's not a hell of a lot here. Definitely not as sexual. I do have to give the neighbor his props with the guitar playing. He's actually gotten a lot better, but it's still awful. You're new here. My neighbor plays the guitar every goddamn day, every goddamn night, and he's not great. And he tunes his guitar to be absurdly high pitched. I don't know why. And if it was music that I was into, maybe the blues, something like that, I'd probably be okay with it. But it's not even jazz. I don't know how to characterize it. It's awful. And I'm right next to the window. Yeah, no matter what, in my home, for whatever reason, with all the doors closed and all the windows closed, you can still hear this man's goddamn guitar. And it's awful. But he hasn't said shit. He hasn't been playing out there. So we've been good. But at least he's trying. I know. I'm one of two minds of it because good for him, but also like, shut the fuck up. Was Nefertiti seen as a good person by the people? Yeah, but I get this untouchable vibe. I don't know why I had to like give you full boob there. And here, my boobs. But there's an untouchable vibe. No, he plays outside on his front lawn. That's part of the problem. He's directly opposite me and he plays outside on his front lawn. Every night. Every day. Rain or shine. It could be 30 degrees out here, and that cocksucker is out there playing his high-pitched guitar on his lawn. I haven't said shit because I don't want to be a shitty neighbor, but oof, it's a lot. No, Nefertiti, I get a very standoffish vibe. I get a very like wall between her and everybody else vibe. There's not a hell of a lot here. It's sort of cold, maybe even sociopathic, where it's kind of like, don't touch me, don't come near me. Super smart, again, super, super smart. But cold. I don't want to say cold. It's not even cold because people liked her, but calculating. I don't get that she was an alien, but really, a lot of these people were so smart. I know we're reading on Fierce Women, but I will say King Tut, not as smart. Of course, he was 12, so what do you expect? Tell Joan Rivers and Bobby Kennedy to go distract him and critique his outfit. Oh, God. It's just insane to me. It's insane because he'll do it even when nobody's home. Because for a while I thought, oh, his family's in there and they don't want to hear his bullshit, just like I don't want to hear his bullshit. But he does it when nobody's home. It's just like his spot. He's like, I'm gonna post up on my front lawn and play this high pitch. Why is it so high pitched? Okay, don't get me started because I'll go off on it and we don't want to hear that shit. Um, nobody wants to hear that shit. I was over here. Anthony Bourdain energy, definitely hovering. Definitely hovering. Doing a good job. Thank you. I appreciate that. I very much appreciate that. He's got such good. I mean, I know it's fierce women, but Bourdain has the most beautiful energy of almost anybody I've ever read on, and he comes through in a lot of these drunk tarots. Again, on the website. Plug the website, Auntie. Plug the website. Got to pay for this child to get car insurance. Children are very expensive to insure. I need to do The Last Tsar of Russia. I need to do it. I need to do like a full sober reading on it. It's on my list. All right, who else? I'm moving on. Who else do we got? Because we have half a glass before I'm real wasted and I need to go eat dinner. So Bourdain always dumped on us veggies, so I have a chip on my shoulder. He is the most beautiful energy, though. I'm not feeling Catherine the Great. And Nicole has such sad energy, I don't want to touch it. It's sad, it's small, it's shrunken. I just realized I got to read on Anne Rice. Maybe not tonight, but she did recently die. She is my absolute hero. Angela Davis, who is another one of my absolute heroes, has some of the most, I almost want to call it masculine, because it's very emperor. It's very emperor, like fuck off. Like not fuck off in a Cleopatra way, but just her energy is so strong, so beautiful, but so strong, and doesn't mess around. She knows, this person knows exactly who she is. I also love Toni Morrison's energy. Do you know what sticks with me with Toni Morrison? Fran Lebowitz, who I love. They were best friends. And Fran Lebowitz tells a story about when the O.J. Simpson trial was going on, how they would get on the phone and watch it together. And like, I'm an old lady now. So yeah, getting on the phone and watching things together was like a thing back in the day, okay? So I was like, oh yeah, got on your phone with your best friend. Hello, auntie, check the box. And watch something on TV. Yes, hello. Like we did this. But she would get on the phone with Toni Morrison. Terry, thank you so much. If you love Kirsten, and who doesn't, thank you. Please go see her website at thirdeyechampagne.com. She would love it if you would join her website for more of her readings. Thank you. But Toni Morrison, they would get on the phone at like noon and watch the OJ trial, which back in the day, if you're too young, you don't know. But back in the day, I was young. I mean, I was in double digits, but I wasn't like old. But it was a thing. Like this guy, the juice being on trial was like a thing. Judge Ito was a thing. I mean, it was just a thing. And the idea of these two women on the phone, watching the trial together, I love. But what's funny is Fran Lebowitz tells this story. Hi, James. Tells this story about how Toni was getting up at 5 a.m. and writing, and Fran was sleeping until 11:45, and then getting up and getting on the phone with her. And that story has always stuck with me, because Fran was like, what do you mean you finished a novel? We've been watching the OJ trial. And then Toni's like, well, I was getting up at 5 a.m. to write the damn novel. Toni Morrison has beautiful, beautiful energy. Not my Angela's energy, again, kind of the same as Angela Davis, where it's very precise. It's very emperor. Maya Angelou kind of scared the shit out of me. And if you haven't seen that one, it's Drunk Tarot Writers, and I highly recommend it. Again, thirdeyechampagne.com. If it's not there, it will be up there soon, I promise. Yeah, Maya Angelou did not fuck around. You know what she told me in that reading? And she fucking came after my ass. She said, and I was drunk, but she goes, you need to do more for Black women. And I was like, okay, you got it. End of story. I'm here for it. I will do that. I will never forget. Again, one of the things I'll never forget, Frida Kahlo fucking hates me. I don't know why. Elizabeth Taylor said, never go on camera without makeup. And Maya Angelou said, you need to do more for Black women. I was like, okay. Yeah. Toni Morrison's energy is more mild than these very strong women. Not that she's not strong, she's very strong, but her energy is a little bit less frightening for Auntie. She has really beautiful energy, very creative, and it's interesting because Toni Morrison's energy spreads out. So I don't know, it touches people. I don't know how else to put it. Is there a list? There's no list. There's no list, Charlotte. It's Drunk Tarot. So you just throw it in the chat, and if I feel like reading on it, I'd do it. But it's nothing serious. The theme is fierce women, alive or dead. And we have until I finish this glass of champagne, because if I go into a third glass, I swear to Christ, I ate lunch. I swear to God. I just can't hold my liquor. Yeah, Toni Morrison has beautiful energy. It's calm. It's enveloping. I wouldn't call it motherly, but it's calm. It's enveloping. It's beautiful. And she touches people. There's a thing, her energy spreads out. It really spreads out. She's very heart-centered, very heart chakra-centered. It's 3 a.m. and I need to color my mom's hair. Well, Nadine, you need to go to bed, honey. Thank you for being here, you guys. Yes, please. I know, East Coast is late. Go to sleep. Future fierce women, the first president of the United States. It's not going to be Kamala, I can tell you that. Oh, she was a Pisces. Toni Morrison was a Pisces. I get that. It is. It's just her energy's stunning, actually. Super high vibe, very evolved soul energy. Just really beautiful. I love you, Australia. Do you know my favorite? Okay, I'm going to tell you a dirty little auntie secret. Would you like one? You would. I told you I was feeling seductive this evening. Okay, so I was very influenced. This is so stupid, but this is my Australia. Like, I have a thing with Australia. I love you, Australia. I've never been there. It's the plan to go. It's the plan to go once the passport office accepts my photo. We're having a battle. I'm in a battle with the passport office. We're in a little thing. They don't like my pictures that I keep sending them. But it's very strange. I've always felt an affinity with certain places, and Australia is one of them. So what's funny, so my sister and I, it's so cliche, and it's very like 80s, 90s baby shit. But Crocodile Dundee, we were obsessed with it. We probably watched it, I don't know, 200 times. But my favorite movie about Australia, this is so stupid. It is a TV movie. It's called A Place to Call Home. I don't know how young I was when we watched it. Fucking Linda Lavin. Okay. It's based on a true story. This family, I don't know, they had a thing about, they kept adopting kids. And I feel like maybe it was a fetish. I don't know. That's just me being judgy. But anyway, they have like 10 kids. They live in Texas. And the dad says, we're going to move everybody to Australia. We're going to Australia. And I was obsessed with this movie. I'm still upset. You know what I did? I actually ordered a fucking burned DVD of this movie to this day. Like, I ordered it maybe a year and a half ago. I found it and I was like, Place to call. Yes, that's my Australian movie. I watch it. I made all the kids watch it. Like, this is how lame I am. I'm like, y'all need to watch this movie. I mean, this is how lame I am. But anyway, so Linda Lavin, she moves to Australia. The husband does not come with her. She brings all 10 of her children. They're in the middle of a drought. I have no idea where they actually were in Australia, but she's going to be a sheep farmer. You guys got to watch this fucking movie. I swear to God. She's going to be a sheep farmer, but she doesn't know what she's doing. And she's this, this little housewife from Texas. And the Australians think she's an idiot. But she makes it. She makes it work. She makes it work, and the husband shows up. I'm not going to spoiler alert you, but the husband shows up, and she's like, "What are you doing here?" You said fetish. What about Michelle Duggar energy? That is not fierce woman energy. Near. But anyway, I have an obsession with Australia. I fucking love you guys, and I'm going to get there eventually. I swear to God. I'm drawn to you. Oh my God, yes, Muriel's wedding, yes. And Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, yes. You remember that movie? A Place to Call Home. I'm telling you. I found this site that burns TV movie DVDs, and I'm kind of obsessed with it. Yeah, Linda fucking Lavin, of all people. Okay. Who are we looking at? Yeah, Toni Morrison, she has beautiful energy. It's really stunning. This is your last chance to get your fierce women in. Scarlett Johansson is not a fierce woman. Number one, not a fierce woman. Number two, do you know my cocaine Las Vegas story about Scarlett Johansson? And then Auntie just starts telling stories because she's fucking Irish and this is what we do. I'm in Vegas. I'm with a guy that's just, this is the fucked up thing. And some of you have heard this and I apologize if you've already heard it. He's got a custom made white leather jacket on with fringe. I mean, it's a whole vibe. And I am not doing cocaine, but he's doing a lot of cocaine. And we're in the hotel room in Vegas. I'm with, we're at a party with a bunch of people. And he starts talking about how Scarlett Johansson, like, I used to kick it with Scarlett Johansson. She's the coolest girl ever. She's so down to earth. She's awesome. And then he looks me dead in the eye and he says, I also hung out with Lenny Kravitz and he's the most boring man alive. At which point, because he'd done so much cocaine, blood starts coming out of both nostrils. And it's just about to hit that custom-made white leather jacket. And of course, Kirsten, right? Holy shit! And I point at him, I said, and I grabbed a Kleenex and I shoved it up his nose because all I could think about was do not soil the custom-made white leather jacket. So according to this man who was best friends with ScarJo, she's super ordinary and not interesting. And apparently Lenny Kravitz is incredibly boring. I can't imagine that Kravitz is boring. But yeah, he used to have barbecues back in the day. I think it was in Philly. But apparently she was like, she was just like an around the way girl and she was there and like she came to the barbecues and she was normal and cool. Would I classify her as a fierce woman even with her lawsuit? I'm gonna be a bitch and say no. What we do for fashion. I'm telling you, girl, I saw the blood coming. He didn't know. He was still talking about ScarJo. He didn't know. And I saw the blood and I was like, oh God, we might have to save the jacket. Kravitz probably found him boring. I think so. Future female president. We don't know who it is yet. I don't think it's going to be AOC. I know a lot of people say AOC. It's not going to be AOC. And it's really funny. So many other countries around the world have already had female leaders and the US is just lagging. I know. I don't think he's boring. I don't think Kravitz is boring. It doesn't make you a bee. It makes you honest tea. It is honest tea. Bernadette, God bless you. Bitch, we need to hang out, Bernadette. God damn it. It's the COVID. Bernadette and I got into some shit back in the day. Hey, can I tell the story about how you tried to cut that gangster? Can I have permission before I read on another fierce woman if I talk about this fierce woman who, can I tell it, Bernadette? Let me tell. Eventually, like 5,000 people will watch this video. And I really want to tell about the time. Wait, you cut the guy. Okay, so Bernadette and I have known each other since high school. And I was dating a crack dealer because Kirsten. I didn't, to be fair, I did not know he was selling crack until he sold crack to my ex-boyfriend in front of my face. No judgment. Crack is, I mean, Whitney would say crack is whack, but you know, I don't judge. I don't judge. You do what you got to do. Anyway, he was cute. He was cute. Not cute anymore. Not cute anymore. But he looked like he was a cuter version of Martin Lawrence. He was a little bit cuter than that. Anyway, I'm dating the guy. I don't know why, but as 20-year-olds do, we're like in a parking lot. He said, "Oh, can I take your car? I want to go get some snacks or something." Well, he was making a drug run, but I didn't know that. So Bernadette, me, and like a few other girls, like we're out there with the homies, the friends are there. And we're waiting for, he was cute. We're waiting for the dude to come back. And he comes back and we gotta go. But he doesn't want to give up the car keys. At which point, Bernadette, yes, Bernie Boo in the chat, this bitch, this fierce Latina bitch, and she was fierce, she's still fierce, reaches into her handbag, pulls out a fucking butterfly knife, and does some Jackie Chan shit. Like she's doing some stuff with this. I've never seen this before. And she gets the knife and she gets right up in his face and she's like, "Give us the car keys, we're going home." And they did. And we did. But it is within my family a legend now that she pulled a knife on this fucker. It's a fucking legend. I still dated him. I mean, he was fine. He was just kind of being a little bit of a shit. Oh, Amanda Gorman, she has beautiful energy. She has really beautiful energy. Honestly, to be fair, I feel like her future is actually very commercial. It feels very commercial to me. It doesn't feel like, oh, hello. It doesn't feel like it's like, I don't know. It just feels like it's commercial. It's just like she's kind of following the track and she's going to do this and she's going to be big deal. She's already a big deal, but yeah. Yeah, she pulled a fucking knife on these fuckers and it was killer. It was killer. Apparently, you know, come to find out, they didn't have the best future. I feel kind of bad because I basically ghosted that guy. Like we were dating for like 8 months and then like I just stopped calling him back. Sorry. What are you, 19, 20 years old? I mean, you know, shit happens. All right, yeah, who do we got? One more. Un más, por favor. My Espanol is coming along beautifully, by the way, on Duolingo. My French, not so much. My accent's terrible. But I'm doing my best. Bernadette, are you catching this? Because next time we actually see each other in person, I feel like we have to speak in Spanish so I get to practice. Little Edie, not interesting. Lenormand Nair. What is a famous woman that everybody likes but her energy is secret? It's so many of them have the worst energy, dude. Sean Paul Curran, I am drunk. Ha ha ha. Beautiful. Todo en español, amiga. Sí. Por favor. Gracias. That's as best as I can do drunk. Wendy Williams is not doing well. I feel like she hasn't come out and said why she stepped back, but she's not doing well. She doesn't feel well to me. She hasn't for a while. Jennifer Lawrence, you know, her energy, again, I get the flip flop. I kind of get that Taylor Swift, Lana Del Rey, like Jennifer Lawrence, not as much. Like, I feel like I would kick it with Jennifer Lawrence, but there's also, she's very easy to read, absolutely no psychic protection whatsoever. But she's, she doesn't fuck around. She definitely doesn't fuck around. And I think there's something here where she wants what she wants and that's it, but not in a gross way, but it's still there. Like if you're not going to give me what I want, I'm walking. Charlotte, for private readings, you can get an email reading for that. You can email me at kirstenlangstonauthor.com. It is $40. Nope, kirstenlangstonauthor@gmail.com. It's $40 per question. Hit me up. Dolly Parton has beautiful energy. And like, I feel like this woman will never die. I mean, she has stunning energy. And very simple, very clean, very easy. She reminds me of Betty White. So again, on the website, Betty White Drunk Tarot, really good drunk tarot. She reminds me of where she kind of stays in her own lane. Betty White was giving us that, where it was kind of like, yeah, there's all this stuff going on. And yes, she volunteered for the Red Cross and all of this. And there's, you know, there's all this extraneous stuff. But Betty White didn't jump into that energy. She stayed in her own lane. And I get that from Dolly Parton as well, where it's kind of like, yes, I want to help people. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to be a good person. This woman has beautiful, white, gorgeous energy. But she doesn't jump into the fray. So she might say, okay, yeah, there's a bunch of people that aren't making proper wages. She doesn't go into that energy. Instead, she just says, let's do something about it. Same thing, like if she was, you know, doing anything with the war in Ukraine, it would be like, yeah, it's tragic and it's awful and people are losing their lives, but she doesn't jump into that energy. It's the same as Betty White, where it's like, I see it, I'll do what I can about it, but I'm not going to jump into it. And I really, by the way, highly recommend this for you guys. Let me just give you some tea. Let me just give you some personal tea, okay? Not my personal tea, your personal tea. You're entering into a situation where if you continue to invest, pay attention because this is real. If you continue to invest in shite energy, including, yeah, war and Republicans and Trump and Boris Johnson and, you know, wherever you are, if you continue to invest in bad energy, you're not going to get good shit back. Limit your news intake. Limit your bullshit intake. And I would say, because I know a lot of people here watch a lot of psychics, and I love everybody on YouTube. I love everybody. They're doing their thing, and I love it. But I would say if it's bringing you down, if you can't listen to it a lot, don't do it. Me or anybody else, you really want to hit higher vibrations. You want to get into a joy space. Get into a joy space. We're accelerating. It's weird to describe it, especially intoxicated, but we're accelerating into an energetic space as a collective where you're either going to hit the shit, or you're going to go above Michelle Obama, right? But seriously, for real. Please be Dolly, be Betty. Don't plug into fucked up collective energies. Please don't. And I say this as somebody who, like, I know you watch me to read on political stuff and Ukraine and all of that stuff. I know that. And I'm saying, like, if it does not hit a high vibe, or if it's too much, or if it's just hitting you in the wrong way, don't give your attention to it. we're getting into a space energetically. I'm irritated because I'm a little bit drunk and I'm trying to have a good time, but the info is coming, so I'm going to give it to you. We're entering a space energetically where you're either going to choose joy or choose something else. Please choose joy. Please choose joy. Please. I beg you. I beg you. Because if you choose something else, it's not beautiful energy to be plugged into, and it's not going to enrich your life. And I will say this. Damn it, don't cry on camera, bitch. Since that deep dive on Tuesday, which was, again, if you haven't seen it, please fucking watch it. I've had a real shift, a real, I don't know, consciousness, energetic, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I've had it. And I realize how important it is for us to plug ourselves into beautiful things, and how much of a waste it is to dwell on things that are not fabulous, for lack of a better word. I beg of you, please plug into your joy. Please find your joy. Please plug into it. Please, 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 please. We're so connected, and I didn't see it. Fuck, I'm gonna cry. Don't cry. I didn't see it. I mean, I saw it. I kind of knew it to a degree before this reading on Tuesday, but that reading on Tuesday, I felt it, and I felt this interconnectedness, and I went, holy shit. And that's why there's a lot of focus on individual joy. So please, I know there's a tendency, I'm just going off now. But I know there's a tendency to say, well, people are dying in Ukraine, people are starving here, people are this, people are that. But do you understand that when you make your life better, when you focus on your personal joy, that you are actually bringing up the rest of the world, and that it's okay. It's okay to be happy when there's a war in Ukraine. It's okay to be happy when the US has shitty healthcare. It's okay. In fact, it helps people. So I have to say this, focusing on your individual joy and love is actually doing all of us a huge service. So when you think about people in Ukraine, orphans, the whole deal, yes, it's fucking awful. Please don't plug into that energy. Instead, focus on your happiness and your joy, and it will actually help those people. I know it sounds fucking solipsistic, and now I'm pulling out the fucking 10-cent words. I know it does. And I know it's like, it's sort of kind of peak white lady on YouTube bullshit, right? I get it. I'm very self-aware. I get it. But I'm very serious too. Psychically, it's real. I just realized I have my foot on a metal. I have my foot on a metal piece that has about, oh boy, I don't know, about 20 different crystals on it. No wonder. Celestite, amethyst, fluorite, malachite. Shit, woman. No wonder I'm getting these high five messages. But I'm serious. It does. It sounds selfish, but it's really not. It's the high water line. When I come up, you come up. This is why these emails from these awful people get to me, because it's like they want to bring you down. But when I come up, you come up. When you come up, I come up. It doesn't matter if you don't know me, if we have no, real life relationship to each other, it doesn't matter. When you come up, yes, these people that are suffering, they come up. It's real. Speaking of awful things, is Ellen DeGeneres is really as evil as people? Yeah, she's awful. I also read on her, Celebrity. Check it out. Website. But I mean it. I'm serious. I think we can get very bogged down in so many different things. And you have to remember also, when you come up, pay it forward to those people. If you're a white, straight, cis het male and you come up, pay it. Pay it. Pay it. If you're a white woman and you come up, fucking pay it. I do my fucking best to pay it. I do my best to pay it. But you have to pay it. There's always somebody coming up behind you that needs help. And we like to classify. Okay, now I'm just preachifying. But honestly, we like to classify people. Oh yeah, you're black and you're Native American and you're queer, and let go of. I know it's hard. It's fucking shitty for me to even say it, because I'm not black, so I don't know what it's like to have that experience. I don't know what it's like to have the experience of a person of color. I do know what it's like to be a woman. Fuck, do I know that in spades? But the point is, somebody coming up behind you needs help. And they may not be a minority, and they may not be a woman or whatever. They may not be queer, they may not be trans, but they still need help. Please, whatever your privilege is, fucking pay it. Please. Please. Okay, that's enough. I'm done preachifying. I'm done. The kitchen liked it. there's a knock out of the kitchen. The kitchen's like, hell yeah, bitch. But please, 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 I do my best to pay it. And again, I'm going to reiterate that if you are an energy worker, a reader, an astrologer, if you want more, I have a small platform, but if you want more exposure, if you know someone that is a reader, astrologer, energy worker, what have you, that is a person of color, that is queer, that needs the platform, fucking email me. Email me. Because I want to use what I have to raise everybody up. Shit, I just got a massive hit. That's a personal tea, and I'm not telling you. I just got a big ass hit. Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. That's enough. I'm done. I'm done with my speechifying. I'm so sorry. I went off on a huge tangent. I'm very sorry. I'm feeling the love. What can I say? Okay, last fierce woman before I go. Lilith from the Bible is not real. Not real. Not a person. Nothing you can read on. Man, I'm telling you. It's so glaringly clear. You like my tangents. God bless you. It's just so clear that it's like we're ruled by these straight or seemingly straight white men. The whole fucking world. And they fucked it up. Hey, straight white men, I fucking love you. But this son of a bitch. Can you hear it? You might not be able to hear it. But here we go. Yep, just sitting on his front lawn, playing that goddamn high-pitched guitar. You know, Maureen O'Hara was a homophobe and a racist? Katherine Johnson has some really nice energy, actually. God, I hate this cocksucker. You know what? Pardon me. Marilyn Monroe, not the best energy. Recovery. It's recovery energy, recovery energy, recovery energy. Did Sinatra try to come through last time? Because he's trying to come through this time. Oh God, is he singing? No, he's yelling at someone. I also think maybe he's partially deaf because everything is very loud. No, Marilyn, it's recovery. It's recovery energy. It's just like it was a rough one. Her body took a toll. Her body took a toll as well. I know. Frank's like, I would like to come through and talk. I'm like, nah, nah. I'm trying to look. Okay, so I'm going through my fabulous ladies. Lena Horne and Josephine Baker, and I'm like, okay, which one of my babies wants to come through? I fucking love these women. Fuck. I admired especially, well, fuck. It's a toss up between Lena Horne and Josephine Baker. It's a toss up, but I grew up on old Hollywood. Sidebar tangent. So every New Year's Eve, we would go to Grammy's house. We would get dropped off at Grammy's house. Grammy would have a huge party. This is fucked up. She would have a huge party and she would give me and my sister a tub of Cool Whip. This is real. And put us in the back room and we could stay up as late as we wanted. Well, they're all partying in the quote unquote front room, right? The front room. Did anybody else have a front room? Is that a Portuguese thing? So she would give us a tub of Cool Whip and we could wander out whenever we wanted and grab snacks and grab Pepsis. Oh my God, so many Pepsis. But I would always capture the remote and I would be like finding all of the old movies. It was New Year's Eve was old movie night. And God bless my little sister because she let me do it. Dude, a tub of Cool Whip. Listen, they all wanted to get wasted. They were like, listen, take this Cool Whip and get in the back room. We were not bothered. We were not bothered. Right, the front room was the fancy room. The front room was the fancy room. But anyway, this is where I got my love of movies and Hollywood and all of that. And Stormy Weather one night hit me. I will tell you the other one was Hello Dolly. When I was very young, very, very, very young. You know, it, like you would find these old movies, like I don't even know what channels they were on. Because back then, what do we have? I don't know, maybe 20. So I'm trying to like, okay, do I want Lena? Do I want Josephine? Who wants to come through? We're going to end it on this. Then I'm going to go find a fucking tub of Cool Whip. Auntie can't hold her liquor. It's very sad. But I feel like maybe entertaining. Let's hope. I actually want to do a mini dive on Louise Brooks. I have a connection with Louise Brooks and I don't know why. Right. Hey, that front room was special. No, it's Josephine. It's Josephine. Oh my God. Okay, Josephine Baker. First of all, fucking entertainer. Entertainer. Josephine Baker, just, oh my God. And fun. This woman was fun. Really, really fun. Like, I see people being happy to see her, being happy to be around her. High vibe, super high vibe, super fun, super gorgeous, definitely bisexual. I feel like we know this, right? That she's bisexual. Very sexual, just like kind of anything goes. sucker for a pretty face, knew what she wanted, super fucking talented. She spied for the resistance in World War II. Interesting. Yeah, super talented, super smart, but she had a knack. It's almost like I get like an intuitive knack. Like she knew what people would want. She knew what to do. She knew what she wanted. You didn't fuck with her. And she was like, listen, we're going to do this way. And like, people kind of knew, just like, it's not a forceful vibe. It's not the emperor vibe of Maya Angelou, right? It's a different vibe. But people just kind of knew, very instinctive, like, okay, she knows what she's doing. She would put together everything. Loved being on stage. Loved it. I mean, just ate it up. She wanted the attention, but not in a gross way. It was just like, yeah, this is like, she knew, you know what this is? She knew where she belonged. And it was like, I belong on stage. I belong performing. I belong with these crowds, with these people. Super bisexual. Like a lot of sexual energy, just men and women, mostly women. I feel like it's mostly women. Just not messing around. This lady did not mess around, but she had such a good time. She knew how to live. She knew how to be. She was always in the moment. I don't get this sense of like PTSD or like, you know, baggage on her. It's very like, I'm in the moment. Here I am. Let's do it. She knew how to live. This woman knew how to live, and she knew how to live well. Also, she had excellent taste, beautiful taste. She's not here. She's not talking. I feel like the only person that really came through and talked was Joan Rivers. And, you know, Bourdain's sort of energy is hanging around, but he is definitely not a lady. Because she's not talking. No, absolutely not. Nope, not here. But yeah, she knew how to have good damn time. Knew who she was, knew what she wanted, always in the present moment. I feel like there was like a little bit of cocaine here and there. You want to hear my most recent cocaine story? Would you like to hear a cocaine story? So I was with some people. Segue into cocaine. I was with some people, and you know, as happens, right? You know, cocaine comes out. I don't really do drugs, FYI. Not like a drug. I'm just, you know, it's just not my thing. I'm 43. I'm old. I feel like, who knows what it could do to me at this point? Who knows what could happen to me if I was like, let's do some party drugs. Yeah, YouTube's not going to like the cocaine thing. Don't worry, because this will be up on the website. So if YouTube takes it down, it's going to go up on thirdeye-champagne.com, so you can get all of the cocaine stories that you want. But here's the thing. Can we talk, right? Can we talk? So there's cocaine, as happens. And everybody's using, okay, this is like very druggy shit, but everybody's using the same tutor. Bernadette knows what I'm about to say. Bernadette knows. Everybody's using the same tutor. Again, not really, I don't really do drugs. But it kind of comes to me and they're like, oh, you want some cocaine? And all I can think, yes, bless you, BB. Yes, I'm 43. All I can think is everybody's using the same piece of metal, sticking it up their nose, and it's like, I'm in a goddamn mask. Like I'm wearing my Rona mask. And all I can think of is like, that's not cocaine, that's Rocaine. And there is Rona in the cocaine, there's Rona in the tutor, and everybody's gonna get Rona by sharing this shit. Like all I can think of, my new phrase now is Rocaine. I swear to you. And I'm just like, because again, in the mask, sort of, appalled because I'm convinced everybody's going to get sick. I mean, again, no shade. I do drugs. I don't give a shit. I don't care. There's no judgment here. I've done a lot of drugs in my day. I don't care. Do what you got to do. There's no judgment here. I don't think it's bad for you. I don't think it's bad. But when the cocaine became rocaine, that's when I was like, oh no. Like all I could think about, I was having like pandemic shit. Like everybody's gonna get it. Everybody's gonna get the Rona. Like I shit you not. Rocaine is now in the zeitgeist. Yes, rocaine. Listen, if you're doing drugs that is communal, it's a communal situation. I want you to think about the rocaine. Don't do the fucking rocaine. Don't do it. It's in there. I'm telling you. I also ended up the booger buffet. I also ended up in a dive bar in the Tenderloin, which happens. For those of you who don't know, the Tenderloin is pretty much the most fucked up part of San Francisco ever. Ain't no cane like rocaine. I'm telling you, don't do the rocaine. Don't do it. Don't do it. Do not do it. That's all I can think of all night. Like, yeah, they're all doing rocaine. They wasn't doing cocaine. They was doing rocaine. Scared the shit out of me. Like, scared the shit out of me. Anyway, I'm in a dive bar in the Tenderloin, as happens. And I am the only person wearing a mask. And I felt like a fucking asshole. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm in my cute little outfit, which if you follow me on Instagram, you saw it. My little Balmain shirt and my Doc Martens. I was in my very cute little outfit. And I'm in the dive bar. And every person in this bar is just drunk and doing cheap drugs and out and about and barefaced. And I'm in there like an asshole with the full, not just one mask, but two. Because I have my little surgical mask and then I put something pretty on top of it because, fashion. I felt like such a dick. I actually left the bar because I was like, I am the only person in here in a mask. And, it's weird. The pandemic is weird because you look around and you're like, some of these people look a little sick. Do you guys do this? Where you're like, you know what? Some of these people look a little sick and I got to get out of here. Walked through the Tenderloin with my friend late afternoon because we did not know how to read a map. It's not bad. I mean, look, I met some very sweet people in the TL. But also I've seen people shoot up in the TL. I've seen people just hang their bare asses out on the street and take a shit in the TL. It's interesting. It's interesting. Yeah, I swear to God, you guys, I'm in this bar and I'm kind of like against the wall because it's a very small bar and I'm just looking around going, okay, I'm the only dickhead in a mask. And then I start pinpointing people like, okay, well, I know those 5 people just did the rocaine. So, they're probably sick. And then I'm going, and you look sick and you look sick and then I called a fucking Lyft. That was my evening. That was my evening. And then I called, I was like, all right, let's get in the Lyft. Jacqueline was my Lyft driver. She was fabulous. Okay, I'm going to go. Very abrupt. Very abrupt. It was a little meandering. I'm just going to give you my critique of my performance of Drunk Tarot. So one of the very few Drunk Tarots you're going to get. If you want to get it, thirdeyechampagne.com. We have a lot of backlog. Sometimes I go for hours upon hours. This a little meandering, but I'm going to give it to me. I'm going to give myself a nice B+. Always wear a mask. Do not trust. No, especially with the rocaine. No, I'm telling you. I am telling you. Communal drugs are not the thing. I overheard a guy at Walgreens on his cell phone telling someone that his doctor said he had Omicron. Ooh, and I wanted to tell everyone in line by him he looks sick. Ooh, shit. Well, that's sort of horrifying. That's sort of horrifying. Oh, God. Okay. Yeah. It was a little meandering. Not as much activity as I would have liked. We got a few knocks and bumps, but not a whole hell of a lot. So, again, we are doing a deep dive on Putin. I'm definitely doing a series on the afterlife. I'm definitely doing Drunk Tarot, Andy Warhol, and thank you to the person that suggested that. It was a really good suggestion. If you have suggestions, if there's things you want me to read on, let me know. Email me, KirstenLangstonAuthor@gmail.com. I'm just going to kick it and relax, honestly, until I finish my champagne. So I'm not actually getting off yet, but I'm done with the formal reading. Caracher. Great stories tonight. Yeah, right. All my cocaine stories. I have more. I have so many drug stories. So many fucked up drug stories. I don't think you can tell on YouTube. We're going to have to save that for a Zoom, maybe. Again, I don't really do hard drugs. I'm not, but again, no judgment. I actually just finished a book, Drug Use for Grown-Ups, which was enlightening. Liked it. I liked it very much. Cocaine and Cleopatra. I mean, I feel like she was doing some coke. You guys like the Zoom still? Okay. Good to know. And again, looks like I will be on Linda G's show. Fuck, I miss her. I haven't seen her since the goddamn pandemic started, and I miss her. Yeah. I was just telling somebody earlier today. Oh, it was the osteopath. The whitest white man that ever lived. It's just. I was texting my friend Jessica, who you might know, especially from the auction we did for the website. But I was saying, because we like to talk boys. We still, 43 years old, we still like to talk boys. But I'm texting her about, because I had texted her and I said, I'm going to see this new doctor. This is fucked. But I texted her, I go, I'm going to see this new doctor and he looks like he might be creepy. He looks like he might be a creeper. So I had to give her the report when I got back. Not a creeper. But I did text her. I said, girl, it's the whitest white man I've ever met in my life. Like, I can't even put it into words. Don't get me wrong. I love white men. I love all men. I love women too, for that matter. But it was crunchy granola time, is what it was. Jessica, I gotta get Jessica back on here. I really am. I'm gonna meander until I finish my champagne. So leave, don't leave, stay, don't stay. I'm not reading on anything at the moment. But I gotta get Jessica back on the show. She's so funny. She's so funny. Yeah, he wasn't creepy. There was no creeper shit, which was like mildly disappointing. I was kind of like, I don't know, maybe we'll get some creeper shit out of this. But yeah, I got to get Jess back on the show. P.S. She just graduated college. 40 years old. She just got her degree. That's why it's called Third Eye Champagne. We wait till the last drop. Do you know how I got the name? Do you guys know how I got the name? You want the origin story of Third Eye Champagne? Here's the origin story. So, yes, if you go to the website, KirstenLangston.rocks, which is where you're going to get all my personal info, I picked up my first tarot deck in 1994. That is true. It was, oh, fuck, what is her name? Fiona something, not Fiona Hill. That's the lady that testified. Fuck, Fiona something. Anyway, I'm in Guerneville, which I don't know if it still is, but it used to be the gay capital of California. My family, some of you may know, got a extremely demonically haunted cabin up there. But before that, we were at my Auntie Losan's cabin. She was super rich, stupid rich. So we would go stay there a few weeks out of the summer. Anyway, I'm in Guerneville. I'm at a place called Cinnabar, which I don't even know if it's still there. But there's a tarot deck, and I can't find my deck, but it was round, and it was by Fiona somebody, and it was a lesbian tarot deck, but I didn't know it at the time because I didn't know anything about tarot. But I get the tarot deck and I start messing with it and messing with it and messing with it. And I said this not that long ago. I don't know if Bernadette's still on here, but in high school, I had to do a report in my world religions class, and I fudged it because I didn't feel like doing it. So I just brought my tarot cards in. We had to do a presentation and a whole deal, and I just brought my tarot cards in, and I started reading tarot for the class. And it was a hit, and I was killing it. I was killing it. So that day at lunch and for a few weeks afterward at lunch, I actually had a line of people waiting to get their cards read. Bernadette, you remember, right? I had a line of people. Remember? Oh God, what was that awful guy's name? John, you remember his name. He was awful. He was such a piece of shit. But I remember God damn it, what was his name? Maybe we shouldn't name call him out. But I remember his name. He was awful. Anyway, he was in line, and he was like a huge bully. Bernadette and I were very bullied in high school. We were bullied as fuck. I mean, that's real. But all these popular kids are in line to get their cards read by me. And that's how I started reading tarot. Mercilessly, yes. Yeah, that's how I started reading tarot. So fast forward, I kind of took a break. And I didn't pick it back up until my cousin, my mentor, who has since passed away. She was one of the best psychics, completely insane, as Bernadette also knows, but one of the best psychics I've ever. God, if you guys could have gotten a reading with her, oh my God, so good. But she was nuts. Anyway, she gave me a deck of tarot cards. She goes, you need to read tarot. You're a psychic. This is what you need to do with your life. This is 2010. I hadn't touched the cards in years. And I started practicing and reading every book on tarot I could get my hands on. Bernadette, yep, they were in line where we sat under the awning because we were so bullied we had to eat lunch outside. Yep, that's right. Rain or shine, yep. And then I was getting a series of readings down at Angel Heart where Linda G worked in Benicia, because I had a chronic pain issue and it wouldn't go away and the doctors were not helpful. So I got so desperate, I went to a psychic and I read for Linda, or Linda read for me, and she read for me a few times. And she was so good, I kept going back to her. This is my Linda G origin story as well. She was so good. And I remember, it's very hard to think of it now, but I remember going into that shop. She had no clients. She was sitting behind the desk waiting for clients. She had no clients, which is astonishing to me because she's so brilliant. Fiona Morgan, thank you, Aiden. It was insane to me. So I got a few readings from her, and then, because she does the cards, she throws the cards. She's had that deck. I don't know if she's still using the same deck on YouTube as she was, probably, but she's throwing the cards, and she would say, oh, this means this. And I know, I read cards. And she goes, oh, you read cards. She says, well, will you read for me? And I okay. So I did a cold reading. I used no cards. I read for her and I nailed it. This is how I started in this business. I nailed it. And she said, you're good. She, God bless her. She even says to me, you're better than me. You need to work here. And at the time, I was out of a job because I was disabled. I could no longer work at the job that I had. And I had no money. I was spending my disability on medical treatments that work comp wouldn't cover. It was brutal. It was rough. It's that Scorpio life. So she said, you need to work here. So I had to audition. For the owner, Carol. And I read for her. I did the audition, and she goes, oh yeah, you're in, you get it. So I started working down at the shop with Linda, and I read for a lot of fucked up people. I will be real with you. I read for some of the worst clients I've ever had. I feel like it was training. I feel like it was training. Like I just had to kind of do it. So I did it for a while, and then I didn't like the fact that the shop was taking 30%. I feel like it was too much money, so I went out on my own. So I started getting clients by myself. I quit the shop. And again, God bless them for giving me my start. But 30% is a lot. So I started out on my own. I had a few clients. And it just started growing and growing and growing and growing. And I was sitting with one of my friends, Felicia, who is, she's brilliant. She's half Latina, half Native American, and her third eye is like blinging, but she doesn't use it much. But I was sitting with her, we were drinking champagne and we're talking about my business. And I remember she was incredibly skeptical. The first time I met her, I thought she was so exotic and so beautiful. And I met her at one of Paul's shows, and she was taking pictures, and I thought, oh my God, who is this exotic bird? And we ended up becoming friends. So one day she's over here for a barbecue, and I remember shit-faced. I pulled her aside. I said, hey, I got to read for you, which I don't normally do. But I pulled her aside, and I pulled her in the room, and I start reading cards, and she is a skeptic. She doesn't believe in it. But I nailed it, and it scared the shit out of her. And we became very fast friends after that. So one night I'm at her house, and I would always bring my cards to her house. And I was reading cards. We're drunk. I mean, we're on our second bottle of champagne, because we would always drink champagne. And I go, because I'm reading cards for her, and I go, oh my God, it's like third eye champagne. And she goes, that if you ever form a business, that is the name of your business. And that's how Third Eye Champagne. I had nothing. I had no business at that point. I had nothing. I had, a few clients. I was making a few $1,000s a month if I was lucky. I had no YouTube channel. I had nothing. But she said, that's the name. If you ever do this, that's the name. That is the order. That's how I came to be, my friends. That's how I came to be. And that was probably in 2014 or 15 before I ever started the YouTube channel. So I'll tell you before I go how I started the YouTube channel. So picture it. Let me Sophia Petrillo you. Picture it. 2015, 2016, and 2017. Auntie is disabled, in chronic pain all the time. Trying desperately. Listen, I don't like doing drugs unless it's a goddamn party. And when you're in chronic pain, it's not a goddamn party. It was awful. Bernadette knows. Bernadette can tell you in the chat. She's seen me on her floor in some of the most excruciating pain I've ever been in my life. Excruciating. I can't put a name to it. I can't. But I was basically a failed writer. So I can't work a regular job because I'm too fucked up. I want you to know this. I mean, as if there's any spoonies out there, I'm with you. If there's any people that struggle with chronic pain, illness, disability, I'm with you. That's why I was at the osteopath today. I require a lot of maintenance. But so I can't work. They told me flat out, you're never going to work a regular job. Basically my degree was useless. Can't use it. Can't use a computer. You're fucked. It's essentially what they told me. And they wanted to do a bunch of fucked up surgeries on me. And I said, no. Thank God I said no. Thank God I said no. But we want to do this, and we want to do this, and we want to do this. And I remember my sister, God bless you, UK, I owe you, because my sister hit me up and she goes, do you know what the NHI says about your injury? That it will heal itself if you give it enough time. Whereas these American doctors, they wanted to get in there. They wanted to do surgery. They wanted to do all sorts of fucked up shit. She said, give it 3 or 4 years and see if it heals itself. And it did. I still get knots. I still have a little issue here and there. Not bad at all. But I get very tense, lots of big knots. But thank God I listened to her, and thank God for the UK, because honestly, I don't know what shit would be like for me. So yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, chronic pain, chronic illness people. I get it. I get it. So I can't work, and I end up doing psychic stuff. Like, thank God Linda G came along, straight up. Because I had no money. I had no means of making money. And with the YouTube channel, I was making a little bit money on the side, but my main focus was as a writer. And at that point, I had written 4 novels. Of course, that didn't go anywhere. I couldn't get traditionally published. So yes, hello, writers, I'm with you. It's very hard to get an agent. It's very hard to get published. I was doing my best. I probably got, honestly, 2,000 rejection letters from various publishers and agents with my first, second, and third novels. And so I started self-publishing. And you can find those. They're not great. I'll be real, they're not great. I started writing the first one when I was like 25. But they're there, and you can find them on Amazon and Barnes and Noble and wherever you can find books. They're out there. I think my best stuff that's out there right now is the Priest series, which I'm finishing, by the way. It's about a priest who is a former gangster who becomes a priest, who then develops supernatural abilities and then is hunted down by the Vatican. That's some good story. That's some good goddamn story, honey. Falls in love with his best friend's girl. It's a whole thing. That's probably my best. Mad Season's good, but it's all right. It's all right. And 20 Till Midnight is a bunch of short horror stories, which I should probably read to you guys online one of these days. But anyway, I'm a failed writer, and I can't get any traction. So I get this reading. This man's name is Andrew Martin, and I've only had the one reading from him, which is part of the reason he's not on my website, because I had the one reading. And like I said, when I work with people, I like longevity. I like to really work with them a long time before I recommend them to you guys. But this guy is good. So Andrew Martin Energy, who's on YouTube, I'm watching his videos religiously, and he has a sale. Because I'm poor, y'all. I'm poor. I'm broke. I can't afford this man's readings, but he has a sale for New Year's. So I go, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to get the sale. I'm going to get the reading with this guy, because I've been watching him forever and I really wanted a reading. So I get the reading, and he's just fabulous. But he gives me the reading and he says, you know what? Because I said, I need traction. I can't just be this failed writer. Like, how do I get myself out there? How do I get myself known? You know, and again, doing psychic stuff on the side to make money, to pay for my goddamn medical bills. But not like as a career, you know? And he says, well, this is your year. This was in 2016. Maybe January of 2017, maybe. But he says, this is your year to be seen and heard. Bernadette, you were Poe. I was Poe. Full up. It's real. Y'all, I was fucking broke. But he said, this is your year to be seen and heard. And then he said, you need to start a YouTube channel. I said, what the fuck am I going to do on YouTube? That's the stupidest thing in the world. Meanwhile, I'm watching him. I'm watching other psychics. I'm watching 3 Hoodoo Sisters, who I think is really good. I don't even know if they're still doing anything right now. But I was watching him and 3 Hoodoo and a couple of other people. Molly McCord, Steve Judd. But he says, you need to start a YouTube channel. I thought, that's the stupidest thing. I'm a writer. What am I going to do on YouTube? So I blew him off. I thought, okay, sure, whatever, buddy. And the rest of his reading was super on point, very, very good. And within that same week, my cousin Jillian, who is the director, theater director, we were talking, and she says, you know, I feel like you need to start a YouTube channel. And then somebody else, it might have been Eliza, but somebody else says to me, you should start a YouTube channel. So I thought, okay, 3 times. If anything comes to me 3 times, I feel like it's a sign. So I thought, okay, I'll start a YouTube channel. And then I thought, what the hell am I going to put on YouTube? Like, this is the dumbest thing. So it was right after Trump gets into office. The night of the election, I was bereft. People had been asking me privately, is Hillary going to win? Is Hillary going to win? And I kept saying yes. The card said yes. So to this day, the cards will tell you she won that election, FYI. Obviously, we got something different. And so by March of 2017, I get told 3 times I should start a YouTube channel. And Trump is wilding out. And it's right in the middle of that North Korea nuclear war horse shit. So I thought, you know what? Fuck it. I swear to God, you guys, this was not planned out. I just thought, fuck it. I'm going to jump on YouTube feeling like an asshole. FYI, every time I get on here, I feel like a fucking asshole, just so you know. I feel like an idiot. I feel like an asshole. I feel like a fool, but I keep on doing it. But I thought, okay, and I had this rickety old handheld, goddamn, it's going to become like a legend, right? I have this little point and click camera, and that's what I filmed these early YouTubes on. You can hear it. You can hear the camera making weird noises. Like I'm in my bedroom with the blue wall. And I did one reading on Donald Trump, and I threw it up there, and I got 100 views, and I thought, oh my God, I am hot shit. I am hot shit McGee. Hello, I have made it. And so I throw another one up there. And I throw another one up there. And I'm like, these views start snowballing. It's weird. Y'all, it's weird. There's no rhyme or reason to it. And when I hit my first 1,000 within the month, I hit 1,000. And I was like, holy shit. Like, oh my God, what is going on here? So then I just start making videos, and people are emailing me. And can I get a reading? Can I get a reading? I'm going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, this is insane. And it hit me that I thought my path was to be this big, prolific writer, right? Not so much. My path found me. I didn't really find my path. My path found me. And I realized with these individuals hitting me up and these views, constant views. I mean, my channel, especially if you don't know me from the get-go, my channel skyrocketed really, really fast. And it did get shadow banned pretty fucking fast. Which is why a lot of these people on these other channels that started way after mine, they don't know who the hell I am. YouTube definitely hides me. But it found me. It found me. It fucking found me. I didn't really find it. It found me. And that is my entire goddamn origin story. And I just started churning it out. I just started doing videos and seeing clients and doing videos and seeing clients. And I realized somewhere in there in 2017, I thought, people like this. People like this. So then I started I had the Patreon as a writer. I had the Patreon, but I started throwing it out there as the psychic Patreon. And people were like, not only do I like this, but I'm going to pay for it. And I went, Jesus Christ, they're going to pay me money. I wasn't making it. I wasn't actually putting ads on my YouTube at that point. I only started putting ads up when Santos got sick, my dog. Again, if you're new, back in the day. I had this dog since I was 20 years old. He died when I was 40. I had him a long time. And I had to start paying for medication when he was like, 17 years old. But that's how I got where I am. And I was shadow banned. I can tell you exactly when. And I know they say, oh, shadow banning doesn't exist. Horseshit. Because I was gaining 1,000 followers a month for about 8 months straight. I hit 10,000 followers fast. Really, really, really fast. And then in December of 17, I did a reading And I don't know what happened, but after that one reading, I started getting less views. I started getting less follows. It's difficult. From what I understand, it's difficult for people to find me. And I use the hashtag, like, even now, 5 years later. I truly believe it was Trumpers and it was Russian trolls that that went after me. Because at that point, 2017, I was one of the only ones doing this shit. And this is not like, I'm not, Mrs. Ego Lady, like, oh yeah, I was the first one. A lot of people say I was the first one. I don't know that I was the first one, but I know I was one of the first ones. And I've had people, Lena Rodriguez and Psychic Violetta and Linda G. Lena and Psychic Violetta both told me, like, I got started watching your show, which is humbling and beautiful and amazing and wonderful. And Linda G actually got started on my show. She called me one day and said, things are drying up at Angel Heart. Can you help me at all? Do you have any, anybody? And I said, hey, come on my YouTube channel. And she came on my channel a few times, and then she hit me up and she goes, my guys are telling me to start my own channel. And I was like, you do you, girl, you go. You go, you go, you go. And look at her now. I mean, Linda's amazing. Like, what Linda has done is amazing. Yeah, Autumn. Autumn was an early fan. Yes, Black and Orange Tarot. I remember Autumn was a patron way early. Autumn was like, hit me up, and then she was, she kind of said, I think I'm gonna start my own thing. And I was like, fuck yeah, girl, do it. Yeah, I don't want to say I was the first one, but I was definitely one of the first ones. And it kind of sucks. I'm going to be real with you. It's hard to have a rise like that, to watch your channel just grow and grow and grow and then stop, and has been stopped for years. It's very difficult to see it. And it's difficult, again, very real. It's difficult to see people that came after me getting these giant followings, and I'm still kind of stuck. It's hard. It's, I don't want to say it's a blow to the ego, but it's kind of like I put in so much hard work, and it sucks because I'm at the mercy of a fucking algorithm that just doesn't like me. Do you know what I mean? It's rough. It's rough. I've also had several TV deals fall through along the way. Contacted by several casting directors over the years and signed several contracts, and nothing ever came of it, which is, it can be very disheartening and very disappointing, but I don't give up, and I'm not going to. I'm not. Just so you know. Yeah. 4 goddamn planets in Scorpio. I'm not going anywhere, and I'm not giving up. But yeah, that's kind of the business end of it. I mean, fuck. I can't tell you how close I've been to like getting a show, like a real goddamn show on like Netflix, Hulu, and then it sort of falls through. And it can be really disheartening and like just kind of a blow, and you're just like, okay, all right. It's rough. It's rough. Do I ever get hits on where my business will be in a few years? Yes and no. Lorraine, I'm going to email you Aria business option. Yes, please email me. Love it. The website sort of came out of nowhere, to be honest. Jan 2021 till now, you had 47. Honey, you got to take better care of yourself. Period. Point blank. Take better care of yourself. That's it. Okay, I'm going. I'm out of here. I've rambled too long. My darlings, thank you so much for being here. It's been a nice, big, long ramble. I appreciate you. Again, if you like what you're seeing, thirdeyechampagne.com. Become a member. You do not have to qualify for hardship. A lot of people think you have to email me and like, I'm going to like, look through your taxes. No. If you can't afford it, if you can't afford the regular price, which is $22 a month, just pick the 1111. Come hang out with us. I'm going to be uploading way more content on that website. So sit tight. I love you. I adore you. You're amazing. Thank you for helping me to become what I am. And remember to choose joy. This is what sucks about doing this. See, it should have just faded out. It should have just faded out right there. But it's not going to, because I have to go click end broadcast. All right, my loves.